Saturday night.
From the basement.
We're not in a basement. We're in an undisclosed location.
We're in a basement.
Broadcasting from an undisclosed location. What was that his character's name?
Dr. X.
Dr. X. Why is nobody coming to my happenings?
Oh, gosh.
That's all good right there.
What a great show.
Actually, looks like
Dude, I'm rewatching it right now.
Are you?
I'm almost season 2. Oh,
Okay,
it's
so
so
where do I
good.
go?
So you
Oh, wow.
want to make another character sheet?
Yeah, we did not, but we did turn it on to watch.
Because
Because I just wanted something
you'll
on.
you'll
and
have
we
it
made
in
it through about
reference,
4
know.
episodes of
It'll probably
season
be
1.
easiest to
And I was
make
like,
it- make
I'm
it
going to
one
turn this off. I'm
on your
just
phone
instead
or
watching
something.
it all
Right.
night.
It's addicting.
It's so funny.
Because it started off as like, I just need something in the background.
Yeah.
And now I'm like,
Yep, that's
I love
exactly
this
what
show.
happened.
Warcaster.
That is
I don't think I
exactly what
did.
happened.
Okay, never mind. Warcaster's not working right, and I was going to show you the workaround if you were going to use
Okay.
it.
Yeah, season would have been over after
Let me
season
know
1.
if
though.
you need it.
Yeah, that was it.
You should have just when she came back.
All right. Hello. We are the Initiative Syndicate. We are now live and on the air. We took a couple of weeks off. I don't know if anybody made a post as to why we were not here last week. Probably not.
Someone got the squirts.
Basically, we had a lot of real life stuff come up with several of the party members between work and work. It was mostly work that interfered. But as this does not pay our bills, work comes first.
Yet.
Yet.
Yes.
But we will happily take donations. I'm just kidding. We're not here to beg. We're here to play Dungeons and Dragons. But like $20 wouldn't hurt. I'm just saying.
Pretty much.
That's
If you
right.
like what you see. Anyway, we're gonna do recap, and then we're gonna get right into it because I know it's been a couple weeks since we were here. So okay, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Last session is kind of a blur, much like the mushroom-induced session that it was. Only thing I remember from last session was that you guys were heading to the city to meet the monk. I forget his name. It's in the book.
Leosin.
Leosin. Yep. You guys are going to go to that city to meet the monk, who's going to like probably give you some more missions, or you guys are going to report the information you found back at the Raiders camp. And
One of his campaigns, though.
Gulk found some mushrooms and ate them and was tripping, and he accidentally cut off his own hand.
He wasn't tripping balls. He was tripping hands.
He was just tripping. Hands.
Also, I tried to convince Snaggletooth that we were taking a dragon egg and wrote the note basically in front of him and spelled everything wrong. So it didn't work. That was pretty funny.
So funny.
I forgot all about that.
I did too. I remember you tried to lie to them, but anyway.
I rolled a 1.
We will be using the new 2024 rulebook tonight. It's not officially been released yet, but we have early access to it. And honestly, we're pretty excited about some of the new spell changes, especially some of the healing spells. And some of the new rules seem like they just make good sense. We're going to try them for a few weeks, see if it... I don't know. If we don't enjoy them, we'll probably go back to the 2024 or the 2014 rules. But right now, it just makes more sense for us to kind of keep up with the current stuff. And I think a lot of us are all really excited about the new changes and the new stuff. Like barbarians can maintain their rage without being in combat or taking damage. That seems really good. Healing word doesn't feel bad to cast it at level 1 anymore. You know, things like that. So we'll probably pick and choose the stuff that we like, but we will be using all of the new rules that I remember because I have not read the whole book yet. So we might be pausing occasionally to like look up things I'm not 100% sure on, but that's not much different than what we did before. So anyway, just a little heads up on that. You guys got any questions about the new rules before we get started? Anything that you're not sure of or understand? Everybody who has weapon mastery, you guys have picked those, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Just for my own curiosity's sake, and because I what weapon masteries did you guys pick? Because I know that they add some stuff, and I'm semi-familiar with what the abilities are, but I'm just curious.
Do you want me to say what the abilities are too?
Sure.
Okay, so I got the rapier and the short bow. I think they both do the same. Yeah, they both have Vex, which is if I hit a creature and deal damage to that creature, I have advantage on my next attack roll against that creature.
Okay.
Both my weapons.
Both
do
your
that,
weapons
so
have that. All right.
easy.
And that's Vex, right?
Correct.
Okay. You don't have weapon mastery at all, right?
No.
But you got some new cantrips.
I got new cantrips, and I can add proficiency to some things. Not
Okay.
everything.
Is there anything else that has changed in the first 4 levels significantly of your character?
I can use a first level spell slot to get a use back of my wild shape.
Interesting. Okay. What about you, man? Did anything change significantly in your class in like the first 4 levels?
Yeah. The warlock, a lot has changed. The subclass has been pushed back to level 3.
Right. So
So,
you swapped.
I swapped.
You
I
were all rogue before.
Yeah, I was
Mostly
initiative three in rogue, 1 in warlock. Now
Okay.
I'm 3 in warlock, 1 in rogue. So
Okay.
I went in my warlock subclass first.
Makes sense.
I get an extra invocation at level 1, which is neat. It's very limited at level 1.
Yeah.
So I can only pick a couple. But they added a new invocation, which lets you pick an extra origin feat.
Okay.
So I think I picked the tough feat. Double check. Yeah, I picked the tough feat, just a little bit extra HP. Oh well, my D&D Beyond crashed. Hello.
Yep, mine did too.
Oh,
The app is working.
sure.
Is it?
It
Good.
is.
Yeah, pick that. A little bit of the invocations have changed. I have the Fiendish Vigor one, which it used to be you get to use the False Life at will. Now it's False Life at will, but you just get the maximum HP for it, which is kind of neat. So, and they buffed False Life to being 2d4 instead of 1d4 plus 4. So I just get 12 HP. Temporary HP is an action, which is kind of neat.
That seems pretty good.
It's pretty good, especially at the lower levels. Other than that, not too much has changed for at least the first 4 levels. Maybe some like slight changes. A lot of the spells have changed a whole lot, but that's for every class. Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
If the thing crashed, try disconnect, like putting your thing into airplane mode and then going back in. It seems like it was having an issue connecting to the Wi-Fi,
Yeah,
but it looks like it's working fine now.
cool.
Okay, well that sounds like a bunch of like really super cool things. I'm excited to see what you get to do with your character. Mr. Ranger down there, I know that your subclass changed not at all. It's the exact same.
Yeah.
Did you get any new cool stuff in like the first
Well, let
couple
me do
levels
it
for
earlier.
Ranger though with the new class features?
The biggest thing, I got Deft Explorer, so I know I gain expertise in one of my skills. And then the other thing really was just that I get skilled as my my feat starting off, so I gain proficiency in any combination of 3 skills or tools.
Okay.
So brewer supplies, because I'm a brewer. Tinker's tools to fix my shit. Smith's tools to craft my bullets.
Okay.
Honestly, that's really it. I do have proficiency in pistols and muskets, big surprise, but what that means is when they hit, I can vex or slow.
Depending on the gun.
Yeah. So do I want my... the pistol is vex, I know that. Do I want the blunderbuss and the sniper to both slow? Or what do you want to call those? Because those didn't have... The Exandria ones didn't have...
I would say
those
until
things.
something official comes out, I would just use whatever the musket is.
Okay, so slow for both of those.
Yeah, I would say that makes the most sense right now. So
Yeah.
until something like official comes out for different types of firearms, I might look at them, and the long range gun, we might have a discussion on that offline about if another weapon mastery would make more sense for that particular thing.
I do feel like there was one that I saw, and it was, I think, called Topple, and it was like, if it hits them and they fail a con save, they fall prone, which kind of makes sense, but I
Kinda.
feel like it makes more sense for the blunderbuss shotgun as opposed to the sniper rifle. We could talk offline.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it works, and if it doesn't feel like it's capturing the feel of it, then I'm the DM. I can assign whatever I want to it.
So Vex is, if I hit a creature with this weapon and deal damage to the creature, I have advantage on my next attack roll against the creature before the end of my turn. And then slow is... If I hit a creature with this weapon and deal damage, you can reduce its speed by 10 feet until the start of your next turn. If the creature is hit by more than once by this weapon's, the speed reduction doesn't exceed 10 feet. So that's really the biggest stuff. I don't feel like it changed too much. The spells all being buffed, same hit dice, same everything else.
So I think the biggest thing that I noticed in your class more than any of the other ones was that spells seem to be brought online earlier, and they seem to be a bigger part of your class identity now than they were before.
I can switch spells out when we level up, which is nice. I don't know if I could or couldn't do that before. I haven't tried to.
I don't think you could. It might have been an optional rule, but
yeah. And then I think Hunter's Mark, I have 2 free casts without spells,
which is pretty sweet.
So that's awesome. I think that's it. Yeah, I feel like a lot of those would have come into play earlier in like level 1 to 4, where I could have used spells right away. But we're kind of past that part already.
Okay.
Don't ask me.
Well, I think mostly your healing spells are probably stronger baseline now. You get to not only is the healing on a lot of them better, but you also get to add your spellcasting modifier, which I don't think you got to do before.
I think you did, but it's the double dice for a healing,
which is crazy
very
strong.
good. And every time you upcast it, it's an extra 2 dice instead of just the extra 1 dice.
It just
So
I don't know,
good.
it just feels better.
Yeah, it feels so.
I don't know
better.
if do clerics get a weapon mastery?
Probably
I think they get one, right?
they probably do.
I don't know.
I feel like they can be like kind of martially. So
I think
read
that
on
like
cleric
the
at
way
all.
that they described it, I think maces and morning stars are
Yeah.
considered kind of like their iconic thing, and I feel like they made it to where their weapon mastery worked well with that or whatever. But
Yeah.
we can look that up
yeah.
when and if we get into combat. I say if, when and if. All right. So other than that, weapon mastery is going to pretty much change the way a lot of your characters play, especially Golk, our barbarian. Weapon mastery is going to come into play a lot. His rage now being able to be maintained pretty much whenever he wants to. Your strength, you can do like your strength checks and stuff now, like outside of combat, but for like persuasion checks and stuff, I think you can use your rage or something to do. It's in the book. We'll have to look it up when it matters.
So you don't have to attack or take damage every turn. You just keep on living life.
You can just maintain your rage.
That is nice.
Yep. The world tree one, you can teleport around too. I just kept picturing Smoosh with the ability to just like teleport behind people, because there was always times because he was already really fast.
Oh baby.
But like being able to go like 45 feet and then teleport like another amount of, or his friends, you can teleport his friends too.
What?
Like world tree looks sweet.
I can't wait to play him again now. It's gonna be
But
awesome.
Yes. Other than that, it's
So it's like
Yeah, that was different.
So I feel like if you can rage uncontrollably almost now, you should almost have to make a roll to
What's
get
the other one?
out of rage
Thaumaturge?
if you don't want to be in it.
Connected.
Because like sometimes it's not to your advantage to be in rage.
No.
And what if
What do
he
you
had
think?
to roll to see if he has the will to not be angry anymore?
It's
pretty cool.
I don't know that it's just pure anger, right? I think you can kind of define it as like a state of mind or more. I think it's almost now sometimes when it's out of combat more like a hyper focus or
Okay.
or something. I don't know. I also kind of like the fact that you're just angry all the time. Like you're basically the Hulk and you just stay the Hulk all the time. I mean, it worked for
That is my secret.
for Bruce Banner. So
It's true.
all right, so you guys are on the road. Is that where you guys left?
Yeah, we ran into some orcs.
oh yeah, the orcs.
Who
Oh,
may
yeah,
or
that's
may
right.
not be
Yeah, I don't
related to
remember that at
some-
all.
Yeah, the Lord Tunyon. They worked for Lord
Yeah, they were-
Tunyon.
it was like
His
a
name was
leader.
Lord Tunyon.
Chieftain.
Lord
Chieftain Tunyon.
Yeah.
I wrote.
Oh.
What was their tribe name again?
The White Paws,
White
right?
Paws.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Sneak. Yeah.
Okay.
They're
We
trying
found
to
them.
make a new town.
Oh, that's right. You guys were like camping, and then you found them, and then they tried to sneak up on you, but you caught them, and you kind of called them out. But you're kind of realizing that they're not savages. They're not.
Yeah.
They weren't out to actually like really hurt anybody. They thought you guys might be trying to hurt them, or
In the Sunset Mountains east of Easting, if we are ever around, they're led by Lord Tunyon.
right. But then you guys went to sleep, and then you guys. It's probably first light. We'll just call it first light.
Bam.
The day is yours.
We're level 5.
I don't think so.
Dang. That was a good sleep.
I mean, it was a pretty good sleep.
It's good
right?
sleep, not good enough.
It was not good enough. I'm gonna need some more effort. I'm just kidding. You guys have been doing great.
Sleep harder.
You guys have been doing great.
I wrote Gulk cut off his goddamn hands.
Yeah, that's how that moment felt.
Yeah, I was like, son of. And then he threw away the ring of regeneration.
That I randomly rolled for. I was like, I'm
It was
gonna give him a
perfect.
ring. You guys found the ring, and I was like, I will roll on this table. There was like 12 possible rings that were on the list, and he got the ring of regeneration, the tool he needed, and he's like, no.
I don't want to be
I
pushed.
want a robot arm.
Okay, he's gonna have to go make friends with an artificer. Anyway, we have talked enough. Let's get into actual gameplay.
Yeah.
All right. So the day is yours. You guys are off a ways from the main path, heading towards your next destination. Does anybody remember the name of said destination?
That's a good
I
question.
remember it is a destination.
Yeah, it
I don't
is.
remember what the name of it is.
Were we gonna stop somewhere and get some?
Was it?
some of your brew or something?
We were heading to Nash.
I think if it was on the way, I
The
don't know.
cultists
that it
might be
was.
heading to Nashville or Baragost.
But I think we were going to Leosin, who
Yeah, I think
was.
we were going
Oh, okay, that sounds.
He was north.
Big once gold.
El Turo?
El Tyrol.
El Toro.
Alterol, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Alterol.
So I think that's where we're heading.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's where we're headed.
Let's see.
Yeah, we saw wolf tracks on the road. Found the the owners were the orcs. They had the wolves,
Yeah, they're right.
and then that's pretty much it.
Okay. Says no map selected. I definitely picked a map. Who the heck? What game is this? Sorry, I was on the D&D Beyond maps. You remember the one shot we ran down in the basement with the the Cthulhu Theater and
Yeah.
Oh, I do remember
that's the map from that.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
I'm like, we're not doing that session anymore.
Forgot
Okay,
about that.
so let's
Yeah.
delete
I want to play
that.
that character again sometime.
Okay,
Fucking
open the
Ranger.
map browser. All right, so where are you guys headed?
El Tyrol, I think.
Alterol.
Okay, El Torel. I'm trying to find my map of the sword or the coast.
I've got a good one pulled up from Reddit. It's that one that I shared when we first started.
Nice.
A super nice one.
Yeah, it's really super detailed.
Yeah, it is. So I found Easting, found El Tyrol, and I found Greenus.
Okay, great.
So we were going east.
So I don't need my map.
Yep,
You know where you're going. Great, perfect.
we're right here.
Okay.
You probably see that.
All I see is a white
Yeah,
screen.
That's exactly
He's
where
like,
we are.
we're right here. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Kind of see that better, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
it's not bad.
We are
I'm gonna get you guys a printout.
out there.
I think
fair.
because we're gonna be on this campaign for a
And
while.
we're heading.
I think I'm gonna see if I can get one of the big ones like I got for Barovia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was really
that,
nice.
that makes sense. Yeah, there's probably plenty of those out
I'm sure one exists.
Sword
If
Coast,
it, or it's
so
on
popular.
Etsy or someone's made one or
Yeah.
something. So if
We
I
get
can't find
a
it,
big
personally.
ass map we put against the wall.
Yeah, a favorite.
Oh
Yes,
Hell yeah.
that'd be awesome.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna tell Aaron. I'm just gonna put it up. I'm just gonna get some sticky tack and be like, here's the map.
There's the map.
Yeah.
Just waiting until he's taking care of the dogs or something.
Yeah,
He
And
probably
just
won't
comes in,
notice.
he's
you
like,
won't even
"What?"
notice.
Yeah, you probably won't notice.
If you give it to
They're
him,
like,
to
man, it
hang
looks
up-
good.
Man,
It took a year and a half to get that flag up.
I forgot
don't
to put
give it
that
to
up
him.
there.
I mean, but it looks good.
It
Yeah, it
looks
does look
damn
It
good.
looks great. Okay,
Mm.
so you guys are heading towards your destination. There's my map. I found it. Okay, so you're heading to El Toro. Did we determine how far you guys had made it? About 8 hours of travel, right?
Probably
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
And you,
was like
and
a
you guys
full
traveled
day.
main routes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so I would say that from where you were, you guys still have probably a couple days of travel to get to El Toro. Continuing to follow main paths. So based off of that, you guys are welcome to pack up your stuff and head out. I'll need some random dice rolls to see if anything interesting happens along your way.
Interesting. All right, time to roll random dice. 13. No.
13. Okay, what'd you roll?
D20.
I'm just curious because I didn't tell you what you
Yeah,
rolled.
I know. that was the point. Yeah.
He said 13. Cool. Great.
Nice.
It's a good job.
Random dice.
Okay.
So we can get a 36 by 71 canvas print for $101.
Oh,
Okay. That seems like
It's a little much.
a little much. But
I mean, is it though? I mean, I spent that much on some miniatures I've never even put on the table.
there's always time.
Yeah, don't listen to me. I'm bad.
Do we want a classic poster or for $1 more a roll of canvas?
I mean, if I'm going for
$1 more,
if I'm already if I'm already shelling, I'm gonna hit the dollar
Yeah.
for the
Yeah,
canvas.
canvas.
Yeah, so that's $102.
$102.
$102. That's not terrible.
36 by 71.
That's pretty big.
That's pretty big. All right, I'll save that for later. D&D time.
All right, go ahead and roll a D100. We're gonna use the big table.
Sure, I'll roll it.
Let's see, level 4 party size is there are 5 of you.
Almost exactly in the middle.
4.5.
49.
All right, let's see. Boom. You got a 49. All right. Okay. You guys are traveling. The weather's pretty good for the day. Sun is shining, not too hot. Little clouds in the sky. And you guys actually encounter nothing on the road, but you do see in the kind of off, I would say a little bit off in the distance of the main road, there's a kind of like this, like an open field sort of, where there's kind of like a break in the trees on the one side, and there's no hills or cliffs. You guys actually see what looks to be it looks like a small animal is trying to fend off itself against what looks like bears.
Ooh.
You're not sure what the small animal is from this distance. You're probably a couple hundred feet away, but they look like they look like black bears.
So when you say small animal, like small animal.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably about the size of maybe like a small dog or a cat, maybe slightly bigger than a cat.
So I feel like
It's not furry though. You can tell that much.
Otis gets like kind of dog-like vibes, kind of like Rufus, and wants to go and help this out. How far away are they?
They're a couple hundred feet, maybe 250 feet off of the main road. And it only drew your attention because you see this like small little animal. It's kind of like running really fast, and then like a couple of bears sort of like knock it down and kind of pounce on it as it's chasing it. Like they're just much bigger than this small creature.
Y'all, I feel like we should help out the little animal. I could shoot from here. Maybe scare the bears off?
Yeah, I'd have to get closer to be of much help, but I'm in.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot it and then we all just charge. Sound good?
Works for me.
Alright. So I'm gonna lay down, I'm gonna pull out my sniper rifle, I'm gonna line her up, and I'm gonna pop one at the bear's face.
Okay. The bears look roughly the same size. Like make a nature check. I would say nature check.
That is a 2.
You are pretty sure that one of them is a male and one of them is a female, but you can't tell.
Cool.
It's just they're pretty far away.
Okay. And
So
then-
you want to shoot the one on the right or the one on the left? Because they've kind of like to kind of picture the scene like the one bear kind of came in from the backside and kind of swatted at it, and another bear kind of came from the plains upward and kind of is like swatted at it too. So you got kind of like one bear kind of like if you're on the road this way, the one bear its ass is kind of like facing the road where you're looking, and the other one is from like the other side.
So this is what I want to do. Rethinking my strategy. Otis doesn't want to shoot the bear in the face. He wants to graze the ass.
I'm just amazed. I'm just thinking great outdoors.
Dude, exactly. That bear with like the butt cheeks. So not
Big bear. Big
not
bear
a
chasing him.
killing blow, but a graze on the ass to get him
Seven-
scared
seven-
off.
Okay,
Seven-
that's kind of like a called shot.
6 times.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm gonna raise the AC
Okay.
a couple points for it, but go ahead and make your shot.
You don't have to make hot dogs out
Ooh.
of lips and assholes.
That is not good. 13.
13. Well, I don't think that they have that good of an AC. Here we go. Where did my... Oh, no. My bookmark's gone. You said 13?
13.
Okay. Yes, that hits.
Okay. So I don't know if you want me to roll damage or not, but I'm trying to just graze ass cheeks and scare him off.
Yeah, I mean you're gonna do some damage, but
Okay.
obviously you're not trying to kill it. It's more of a warning shot.
18 damage. Right in the hole.
Well, you almost killed it.
It's the reverse Taco Bell.
So
It's
you
coming
actually
in.
you clip it across like the right cheek, but it ends up not quite hitting the mark. You were trying to graze it, and you like full on
Full meat.
full all of it right there. You just hear the bear go, and his partner bear kind of looking at him like, "What's up?" And between the blast shot and the impact, the one bear is trying to run but is having a hard time because like it's now kind of limping, and it kind of goes off into the woods. And the other bear is sitting there like, "Yeah, we're gonna kill." Wait, where are you going? You don't speak animal, but you're assuming that's kind of what they said, and so he leaves. They both
Nice.
leave off into the woods.
It's kind of like Bad Boys 2, where he's like, "Damn, someone shot you in the ass."
Okay, so with that, what would you like to do?
I'd say we go up to whatever it is. Check it out.
Yeah, sure. See what it is. I'm gonna put my gun away after I reload. I don't want to scare it.
Okay, so you put the gun up. All right, and you are gonna walk this like a couple hundred feet.
Yes, and I also have Speak with Animals that I can ritually cast. So hopefully, taking like a 10-minute slow walk up to it, can I cast Speak with Animals?
Sure.
All right, so, yep, no components. VS or VS, no like special components. Hey there, little feller. What's your name?
As you approach, you can now kind of see a little bit better of what this creature is, and it's not an animal.
Oh.
It is. It's actually a humanoid. It looks like a humanoid. It's small. It's got a slightly bigger head. It's kind of got these like bulging, sort of big eyes. Not like a frog. I'm trying to just like think of like the best way to describe them. They just look abnormally large.
With big eyes.
He's got his head for like his size is very big.
He's a
he-
waterhead.
What's that?
Nothing. Probably should have said that. Nothing. Stupid.
We'll be assessing fines.
Damn it.
So I take it we don't recognize his race.
Well, like his skin itself is sort of like a grayish, almost like not black, but it's closer to like murky gray, like real dark. It almost has like a stony hue to it, but he himself almost looks kind of slimy. He's got sort of longer pointed ears that kind of stick out the sides. His bottom jaw sort of overlaps the top of his mouth. He's got some like small pointed little jagged teeth. His head is almost the size of his entire torso.
Jesus.
So
It's like an alien.
yeah, he looks real weird.
Hey, feller. What's up?
He begins speaking in a language that you're not familiar with. Do any of you speak Sylvan?
I
Yes.
think I
Sylvan?
do.
I do.
Yeah.
I only speak bad.
Yeah,
bitch.
I speak that.
Me too.
And giant.
I do not speak Sylvan.
No Sylvan from you.
I don't think so. I can speak Bullywug.
Ribbit.
I speak giant. Speak Sullivan too.
I'm sorry, feller. I don't understand what you're saying.
You see, he's got it looks like at least one larger cut kind of going across his shoulder. He's not really wearing any clothes, but more like a loincloth, and that's pretty much it. He doesn't have shoes or anything on. No gloves, no cape, no shirt, nothing like that.
Anyone understand this guy?
What did
Yeah,
it sound
what
like
did
you
it-
said?
In Sylvan,
Mhm.
he goes, thank you. He just keeps saying thank you over and over again.
Cranko?
No, not crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're welcome. Do I?
You speak.
Yeah, the two of us do.
What's he saying?
He's saying thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Like a lot. Like a lot.
Do I,
And he kind of repeats the gesture. He puts both of his very large hands together. Kind of
do I recognize?
make a. Make a history check.
Check. Okay.
As a druid, that wouldn't. If it doesn't help me, then I'm not even gonna roll for it because I probably wouldn't know.
What's my
If it wouldn't help.
class on here?
I mean, you can
Not sure.
give him advantage on it.
Okay, I'll give you advantage.
Well, there's only one number better than the number I rolled, so could be a 20. No, it was 5. But so a 21.
21. You know that this creature comes from the Fae.
Okay.
This creature is not native to this plane, and you believe that the type of creature that this is known as a boggle.
Boggle.
That game.
Boggle.
Huh.
Boggles are kind of like the mischievous little creatures in most fairy tales. Even in Faerun, there are tales of like. They're often confused with stuff like goblins that are very mischievous. They run around. Sometimes they might steal things from other people, or they'll play pranks on people, or they'll try to get people lost in swamps and things. They typically do live in various different places in the wild. Sometimes it's like swampy areas, and they do have a natural sort of like oil that kind of drips off of their skin, and it's very dark. It's not like it looks almost like crude oil. It's kind of what gives them the color of their skin. And as you're kind of looking here, what originally you thought might be blood is just he's kind of standing in a puddle of his own sweat.
Well, you're far from home.
Yeah. Not from here. From
And he kind of makes this like fluttering kind of imitating like he has wings.
From the Feywild.
yes. Fairies. World of creatures, things, scary monsters. Eat me.
Eat me too.
Interesting. How did you get here? You walked here. Kinda
2 feet. One move in front of the other one.
I don't know much about the Feywild, but that seems like a interesting way to get here
Yeah,
from there.
it is an interesting way to get here from there. Do you happen to know what? I feel like it's fruitless trying to figure out how he got here from the Feywild, but well, it's well, we're glad to have helped. Glad we got here before those things tore you apart.
Some of my favorite quotes.
Big
in the
monsters.
movie.
Big. Try to.
And then he like licks his arm. He goes,
I taste bad.
I mean, you'd think the bears would figure it out, but you know, is
They
he,
they were gonna try. Ooh, no.
they have bad taste.
Boom.
Is he talking about me?
Yeah.
Yeah, boom. Ain't got no hair on them booty cheeks no more.
He just couldn't bear it.
Ah! And he kind of like imitates running in a circle and holding onto his butt. He's like, you can tell he doesn't know what that means, and he's just like,
I like this guy. This guy's cool. Tell him I said he's cool.
Smile and wave.
Our bullywog friend said you're cool.
Okay, we're good.
Warm.
He thinks you're awesome.
Good.
Very good.
Hey. Tell him. Same.
He said samesies.
He said, I'm going to go out for a fist bump.
and he kind of puts out this little tiny fist, and when you bump it, it kind of like leaves this trail of like, almost like mucusy oil back from your hand.
Ah, man, I miss the bayou. It
So-
just reminds me of it.
So I'm
Crispin's
looking
like,
at him. Going back and forth. You said he was
Imagine
injured, right?
Rocky freaking out about that.
Ow.
So I'm looking at him, going back and forth in my head, because to heal him, I have to touch him, and I don't really want to do that.
Don't have healing word.
Oh, I do. I don't want to waste it on that.
on that.
I don't want to waste on that thing.
I'd rather heal a party member with that.
Yeah, fair.
Do you mind? Are you injured? You want me to help you out a little bit there?
Then he kind of spits in his hand and he rubs it on the wound, and you can kind of see it. It kind of like fills in. It's still there, but I
You're a pretty resourceful little creature, aren't you?
You going?
Yeah, we're going to a town.
Oh.
he's like thinking.
How far?
2 days? Is it 2 days? About 1 day?
About a day or two. Travel.
Dangerous.
Did you see things on the road?
How some get that damn slimy?
I'm. Roar.
That's fair.
You
Yeah, we can fight.
good at fight?
Mhm.
I come with you.
You guys cool if this guy comes with us?
Hell yeah. This guy's awesome.
Sure.
Nah.
Do we have a choice at this point?
I say in
That's
common
how I
though,
imagine this guy is.
It's pretty awesome.
keep a close eye on your stuff. He's
Yeah.
a little tricky.
He's tricky. Like he's gonna take my stuff? Alright. Homie don't play no games, so I want you to tell him if he takes my stuff, Big Bertha here is gonna blow his ass cheeks off. And he might just turn into pulp. Because he's
So-
tiny.
I don't know much about these creatures, but I'm not sure that'll be much of a deterrent.
I don't know what else could be a deterrent. I mean, he saw the bear, and
He might just try to steal the gun or something.
alright, I'm taking all the watches.
What are they saying about him?
They're saying that he's gonna take our shit.
They're tricksy creatures. I don't know much else about them, but
I have thing
Is it the precious?
that gift.
It's my cock ring.
you have a gift?
Yes, gift. Life saved. Would be.
Oh, so you're going to help us because we helped you?
I have gift. You want
Gift
gift?
for us? Okay, what's your gift?
Roll a D100.
I was afraid of that.
Fireball.
When she's asking this,
That's why I was asking first.
does she look a little hesitant about it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think
You could use an insight.
Yeah, I'd
on
like to
that
use an
see if
insight
you
on
could,
that.
kind of determine like if she's not feeling okay about it.
It wouldn't be a very high DC.
I got 23.
You can tell she's a little bit skeptical. You can't understand what she's saying, but you kind of get that she's reluctantly.
Like, does it look like he's trying to reach her a gift or like reach her some? Or
Well, he doesn't have any bags.
okay.
Is that a 96?
The more skeptical she looks, the further I'm going to inch back.
Oh,
Oh
99.
wow, a 99.
99.
Almost
Wow,
100.
a 99.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Okay,
It depends on the list. Sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's really bad.
That's not my NPC one, is it?
Most of the time,
It
the
is.
extremes tend to be towards the
Yeah.
towards the like
Okay, so
one end or the other though. So we'll see.
let's do that, and then yes, let's do that. Nope, you guys already have one of those. So
Bullywug
that would
shows
be.
Ring of Regeneration.
He just like duplicates himself and gets just bring
Okay,
regeneration.
let's do.
It's a hand.
You're not
Hand
far
of
off.
Vecna.
First one at
Yeah,
Element's
he just
hands.
pulls up this zombie hand. Like
Hand of Vecna.
that would be that'd be something.
That'd be amazing.
I found this.
I found this.
Okay,
Back a couple
on
hundred.
the random treasure generator. It kept giving me bag of holding. You guys already have a bag of holding,
We do.
Do we? I'm not holding it.
or you have a portable hole or something, don't you?
No, we don't have anything.
I don't know about this campaign.
No, I don't have any.
No, the last one I had like.
It also wouldn't make sense for him to have this,
Mhm.
so it has to be something a little bit smaller. So
Does it have a ring with Elvish on it?
no. He gives you a small necklace.
What's it look like?
But where he got it from is the most interesting part. So you see him, he kind of takes his hand and he reaches out in front of him, and like his fist and arm disappears. And then he's kind of like, you hear him shifting around, and then he pulls out this little tiny, it looks like a golden necklace.
When his hand goes in there, I grab Otis by the back. I'm like, just back up a little bit. And I start pulling him back. I'm like, back up a little bit more.
Rufus, come on, let's get back.
Yeah, we don't want to be walking. Let's give him some room. Give him some room. Start pulling back.
Okay. And he hands it to you.
Shiny.
When it comes out and see the shining,
Gold.
Crispin's like, oh! Just like jumps. Like, what is it? Oh shit!
Run away, humans and chickens first.
Thank you. That's a neat.
Is it like covered in his? Like,
It's covered in the oil.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
no, I'm like, thank you, and I'm like making a face, but I'm holding it.
When you said it was interesting where he got it from, I thought he was going to be keystering it.
Little prison pocket.
Pulp Fiction.
I wore that uncomfortable hunk of metal up my ass 2 years.
Okay. The necklace itself has like one sort of like big opaline looking charm in the middle of it. There are no symbols on it, but it looks really nice. It's got like a gold chain, like real fine gold chain. The filament around the opaline looking thing is kind of almost like a brass and copper sort of interwoven, and it kind of looks like these little spiral things moving around the edges of the opaline.
So after I thank him, I'm going to turn to the party and switch back to common. Can anyone cast Identify?
I mean, I can look at it and tell you it's a necklace.
I don't know if I trust putting it on until we know what it does, if anything.
Yeah, that's probably a good
Why
point.
not?
Well, why don't we give it to the Orc of Good Decisions?
Orc of good decisions.
I'll take the necklace to Mordor. Well,
So here's present.
You want me to hold it?
I go with you.
Okay. I just asked your name.
Oh, Sticky.
Sticky? Okay.
Awesome.
Oh, wait, I didn't hear that.
I'll tell everyone his name.
Here.
Can you imagine this character with Rocky?
Oh, I can hear
So
Rocky.
good.
That's
They
nasty.
call Mother call me Sticky, cause he
And he goes like this, and he touches his shoulder, and as he pulls it off, like this big long string of like gooey oil-like substance kind of draws out all the way over here. It's like it's still stretching. Like,
Fig's like, oh yeah, keep
All I
going.
can think of is the fucking ghoulies.
That's close. That's actually pretty close. Yeah.
Awesome. I like this guy.
Sticky so you don't drop it.
oh I have other stuff.
Oh.
So, sometimes I take stuff.
Me too.
Ah,
And he reaches in his hand again, and he pulls out another thing, and he pulls out a. It looks to be some sort of like a deck of cards. It looks like it's a 3-dragon ante-set.
he goes.
And then he kind of flips open the flap, and it says "Property of Colonel Highland Marks the Fourth."
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's some cool stuff. I like this guy. We should keep him around.
And then shiny.
And he reaches in like both hands. He kind of pulls out what looks like this little tiny chest. He drops it, and he opens and like kind of like starts spilling out the contents. And from the sounds of it, you're expecting it to be full of like maybe copper coins or something. It's full of like bits and baubles and pieces of scrap metal and nails, like construction nails and like bolts and
Somebody's house is
screws.
just, like,
And
blowing in the wind.
you're kind of looking at some of them.
It's a
Some of them look
screw
like they
system.
belong to like stools or chairs. Like you've definitely seen some of these same types of like screws and stuff and nails in bar stools at taverns and stuff. So
Property of Rockies.
You see the sign from the bar in there.
Yeah.
It says Rockies
perfect.
on it. That's awesome.
And other shine. I see shine. Need.
Well, on we go.
Yay.
and then he's like throwing all this stuff back into this imaginary hole that doesn't exist.
Okay. Where?
Question to you. Is he small enough that he could ride on Rufus?
He is tiny.
He's tiny.
Yeah.
He is considered a tiny size.
Okay, I'm just saying that would be funny.
I don't know that Rufus.
I'm
would
sorry,
let
he's
him-
considered small. I lied.
Small.
So he's probably about
The same size.
yeah, probably the same size as Otis. Maybe like a halfling. Maybe slightly smaller than a halfling.
I think for mount it has to be a size, but the mount has to be a size bigger than him. That's the
Yeah,
only
I think
stipulation.
Rufus.
And I
is
don't
still
think-
I
small.
was gonna say I'm not sure he'd want Sticky on his back.
And I don't think Clyde would want him on his back.
No.
No, like Clyde actually kind of looks at him and is like,
And I'm like, boy, I'm with you.
then he kind of looks at the colonel and he goes,
Bad.
Yeah, Fig's like. He's like
Not food?
No.
Oh,
He might blow you up.
friend?
Yes.
Ah.
he goes up and he tries to like reach his hand out to the colonel and like so the colonel can kind of smell him, and the colonel looks at him like, he looks up at you and he's like, you don't know what he says, but you're like pretty sure he said what the fuck.
I'd be like, if I was you, Colonel, I wouldn't touch him.
He's trying to be friendly, but he also wanted to know if your chicken was food.
He looks like over greasy fried chicken. That's what he looks like.
You.
He kind of pats the chicken's head and the colonel looks irritated as this like little bit of goo is like kind of sitting
Like
on
the
it.
feathers are laying to the side. I'm like, ugh.
And then the colonel starts to glow in that like aura that he constantly does often. It kind of like cleans up the feathers on the top of his head. They go right back into position, almost as if he just cast prestidigitation on himself. And then he holds out one of his wings and he kind of like smacks this slimy thing in the face with it, and it begins to kind of like glow in this sort of aura. And then he starts talking, but this time he starts talking in common.
Not the chicken. Ow!
Now you guys can all understand that.
I think Rufus climbs up my leg and around my neck at this point, seeing that animals are getting petted.
Wait, where you go?
Oh, it's his nap time.
No, like, you go journey far. Where?
We're going that way.
Why?
We got to meet up with a buddy,
Friend?
friend.
Okay. I
Yeah.
know a shortcut. Well, maybe. Where to?
El Terrell? Terrell?
Small town?
It's either, probably.
Probably.
How far?
A day or two's travel.
Okay, I know shortcut.
Okay.
Tell
Cool.
me direction. Tell me distance.
Today.
Stars in sky.
Yes.
No. Stars in sky of direction.
I think that's going to fall on you.
I was about to say, the circle stars druid probably know that one
Yeah.
better.
Is this a safe method of travel?
Oh, I go all the time.
Is it safe for us?
Sure. Maybe. Don't know. Never had a friend before.
Will it make us all sticky and stuff?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm like, Clyde, just kick him in the head. Or kick me in the head.
I mean, he sounds pretty sure.
You wish go fast.
That's fine.
Or we go slow.
We go fast.
Fast.
Hell yeah.
All right.
All right. So, stars in sky at nighttime. Above point travel.
I'm assuming I would know.
I would say that you could definitely make a nature check with advantage to determine it.
I think one way or another we're going to see the gods
double
tonight.
18.
Okay.
That is a.
Jesus,
to add my proficiency bonus to nature checks now. That's a 22.
So,
You kind of describe what you believe the stars in that general direction will be tonight.
okay, we go shortcut.
And he reaches into his bag and he pulls out what looks like a piece of chalk.
It go much weird. Feel strange, but safe, I think. Be okay.
And he starts drawing on the ground. Like this really large circle, probably about, I don't know, 10 feet wide. He kind of walks out and he draws this big circle.
Stand in circle, and then poof, you be. New place. Fast.
Is it gonna make us go boom boom?
Like poop?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. I was
Did he
gonna
just say poop?
He said poop. I said boom boom.
God, I feel like I'm traveling with two Otises.
Cause like it be poop. Boom boom poop, right? Not,
Yeah.
not boom.
Yeah, no, that's bang bang.
Oh bang. No. No poop.
Okay, I should go before if that was a risk.
Everyone stand circle.
I think we're in a load of poop.
Bring all friends. Totally safe.
Big steps in the circle.
Yeah, Otis will walk in with Rufus.
I'm not.
I'll bring Clyde. Is it big enough to bring Clyde with us? I'll bring Clyde. I'm like, if something gets weird, just kick that little shit in the head.
He kind of looks at you like,
I
Turn him,
hesitantly go with
claws,
him, but I'm like.
claw his
so
greasy
as you
eyeballs
all gather
out.
in the circle, his eyes begin to like glow in a like yellowish sort of hue. And his mouth kind of hangs open and you hear him say,
He's
it's almost like
pooping.
he's doing that like throat singing that I wish I could do because I think it's really cool.
Oh, like the Mongolian throat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super cool,
Yeah.
right? It's real deep and gutturally, like way deeper than this tiny creature should be able to produce. And the ringing of this kind of like reverberates throughout. It kind of bounces out into the air. The circle that you guys are standing in
He
begins
put us in his porta
to
shitter.
glow with various amounts of these like swirling lights. And as you're kind of looking down, it looks like you're looking through the sky, like into like almost like another Earth or another world. You see all sorts of strange plants and trees and you see strange animals kind of walking along. The grass almost seems like, in this particular area, almost like it's like some weird bright Technicolor green. It looks almost like you're at a blacklight party. And you fall through, straight down. And you continue to fall. You fall through what looks to be another world.
Now, does it feel like we're falling?
It feels like you're falling. Just almost as soon as that sensation hits you, you look and you see that you now have passed through some realm you do not recognize. The sky itself is like this almost dark shade of purple. And the trees they just seem wrong. They seem off. Some of the mushrooms that grow here are almost the size of full-size pine trees. You get like a strange glimpse of what looks to be some sorts of fairies or sprites, and creatures that shouldn't have fairy wings possess them. One in particular that catches your interest is a shark with no legs, sort of just flying with these like butterfly wings, kind of looking at you as you're coming down. He's like... another like large hole opens up in the ground. It's almost like you're in this funnel, like a pillar of light and colors.
I'm picturing like Thor.
Yeah, kind of
Yeah.
Thorish, but not quite rainbow, but close, pretty close. And you drop through that, and you land right outside of a village.
A village?
Well, I mean, you guys have never been here, so you wouldn't know if it's the village.
Okay.
Safe.
Welcome to Eldritch.
I need all of you to make Constitution saving throws.
Oh no.
I automatically failed. I shit myself.
Alright, +1. Don't fail that.
Ooh.
I think I did.
17.
Okay,
Oh no.
you're good.
Okay.
How'd you do?
5.
You feel a little nauseated. The sudden like drop. It's basically like you fell through a hole and you fell for a while, and then all of a sudden you just stopped. But while you had this falling sensation,
Look like a boy
your
from
feet never really
Kingpin.
felt like they left the ground. You still felt like you were firmly planted. It's a strange sensation, and you kind of feel a little dizzy. You're gonna need a second to gain your bearings. You're kind of on the ground, kind of like, ooh.
Damn, Otis, I think your eyes getting bigger.
How'd you do?
I got a 10.
Similar, but you kind of recover a little bit faster. It's kind of like when you fall down this. It kind of has a feeling when you fall, but you kind of catch yourself before you fall. You get that like little rush of like, oh no, it's gonna be bad, but then you got it, and you're like, all right, I'm good. How'd you do?
13.
It's about the same.
Whoa. That was weird. Is this Ultra?
I don't know, but that was a very efficient way of traveling.
I bring you village. Now, I leave.
Oh.
Are we in the
Okay.
village?
We're
You-
just outside.
This is where you said you go. You
Oh.
want to be here. I bring you.
We've never been before, so we're just not recognizing it right away.
So like a village sign, like a welcome to.
Yeah.
You're a little like on the outside of the town. You're not like in the road.
Just like on the other side of the Sword Coast. We're in the Icewind Dale.
And he just takes off?
Good luck.
Bye.
Thanks.
Wait, hold on.
His eyes are real big.
Yes.
And I want to pat myself down to make sure everything is there.
Make a perception check.
I think I'll do the same.
Same.
Yeah, that's fair.
24.
It feels as though all of the possessions that you had are still with you.
Okay.
10.
You're not sure. You thought you had a couple more bullets than what you have, but you don't remember if you fired 2 shots at the bear or 1.
Dirty Harry. Yeah. Understand. But I've got all 3 of my guns.
Yes.
And my dragon.
Yeah, your dragon's around your neck.
21.
It feels as though all of your possessions are still there.
I think has a hard time remembering what he eats for breakfast sometimes. You want a 3?
A 3.
Yeah. I love having characters.
Your
with -1
instinct
perception.
is
It's so funny.
to check your weapons, to check your poisons, to check your gear.
Check your butthole.
You don't check anything else. You go.
I'm good. I'm
His
good.
tail's
That's a good
missing.
old phone wallet keys right there.
His tail's missing.
My tail's missing.
All the fur's just gone,
Yeah.
just naked.
Just a naked little rat.
Rat tail.
Ugh.
That's awesome.
As he disappears, you see him have like a foxtail hat. You're like, shit!
I knew it. I knew
Davy
it.
Crockett hat.
So he kind of gives you guys a bow, says,
Thank you.
and then he draws another like imaginary like circle in the air with this chalk, and he walks through it and disappears.
I like that guy.
Different.
He's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're weird.
I've only heard stories. That was the first one I've actually met.
On a different note, is this where he's trying to go?
Don't know. Guess
Probably
we'll
go.
find out.
Probably go ask someone.
I'd like to find someone to identify this necklace too.
Yeah, for sure. I wonder if Leosing can.
Fuck, we forgot Gulk.
He's back there.
He stole gold.
He stole his other hand.
You're not sure where he got it, but he's actually got like his hand. He's just holding. He just waves at you. He's just waving Gold's hand. Bye. Hope you guys find your dad.
Beat that in the forest.
Okay. Yeah, you are on the outskirts of what looks like a village. The village looks kind of small, very rural. There's not a lot of like buildings or structures here.
Is it still morning?
Yeah, it's still really early in the day. You guys have only been traveling for maybe an hour or so when you came across this.
So where we appeared at, was there a lot of traffic?
I mean, you're still on the road.
But was there traffic on the road when we just poofed out of nowhere?
No.
We didn't
no,
land on anyone.
No.
Those people that we took their spot and they're like floating through the Fey now. They're like,
Yeah, no. No. That is a good idea, but no,
damn it.
that did not happen.
Boggle's
You're
like,
kind
"I
of looking at
saw a
this like
family."
little village, and you're kind of unimpressed. It looks just like this. It almost kind of looks like a small farm.
Can we just walk up to the nearest person we see?
You don't see anyone out, but there's like one small sort of hut, and then it looks like there's a larger sort of barn kind of behind that, and then there's some crops. There's a few livestock. There's some sheep and a couple cows, and it kind of looks like it opens up into. There's a couple other like little smaller huts on the outskirts of like in between this little farming area. But if this is where you were wanting to go, you don't think you got where you wanted to go.
Yeah.
Well,
I guess we go up and off.
yeah, we'll have to figure out where we are so we can find directions.
I'm all about giving people chances or things.
I don't know.
I think
thought,
I'm about to give up on that notion.
I thought it was fun.
You're supposed to have faith in one another. I'm losing a lot of faith the past couple days. We have our orc fellow cuts his damn hand off. We have Slimy Boggle, whatever it was, Booger, whatever his name was, takes us to whatever. Who knows what he took from us? The Colonel's not happy with getting slimed over.
I don't blame him. It's I wipe my hands in the grass.
Let's check this town out, see if our friends here, I'm not having a good feeling about this at all.
It's probably fine.
Yeah.
We'll knock on the first
Your
hut.
instinct's been
Okay.
pretty spot on.
There's a little bit of smoke coming from the chimney. It's a pretty small little house. it probably has 2 rooms at best. One probably common room and maybe a bedroom. There's an outhouse in the back, so it's not like it has any kind of like indoor sort of like plumbing. You see that there's it looks to be sort of like a mangy looking barn cat sort of laying on the porch, like on the front stoop. He's sort of a grayish black color. At one point, he was probably jet black and probably a really, really good looking cat. But this cat looks to be 20, 25 years old. It looks like he's gotten fat over the years and lazy. You see a couple of like dead mice sort of laying by his face as he's kind of laying here just
I think if
snoring.
you're nice to him, he might share his meal with you.
Really? You think so?
And a lot of the hair on his tail looks like he has ripped it out.
Or Boggle took it.
Maybe. And you can kind of tell by the patches on it that he did it to himself. He wasn't like attacked or anything like that. So as you're kind of standing over top of the cat, and you're trying to knock on the door and not disturb the cat, who does not move, for you guys to come up.
He doesn't care.
He's just laying there.
When we walk in town, I'm going to put the Colonel down and let him do his thing, scratch,
Okay.
whatnot.
Colonel seems to really like it. The you kind of get the impression that the dirt here it's very farm-like, and he seems to be like just joyfully sort of like digging and scratching the chicken. You forget that he has some sort of divine essence about him. Right now, you look at him, he's just a chicken. He's out there just loving it. He's kicking dirt. He's pecking at the ground, trying to get worms out of the earth and bugs and whatever else he can catch. Any bits of grain or anything, like he's having a great time. You see him, he's like flapping his wings. He's having a good time. Looks like he's made friends with one of the sheep. One of the sheep have come up, kind of was like, man. He's like, and they're having a little conversation. They look like they're having a great time. As you knock on the door, this little old lady, she's got to be 115 years old at the youngest. She's human. She stands about 4.5 feet tall. At one point in her life, she probably was 5'2" or 5'3", but now she's kind of like leaned over real far, and her spine is just, kind of just age. She has like a little bit of a walking stick, and she's wearing just like this normal sort of like commoner's robe, and she is wearing what looks like a sleeping cap. And she's got these big glasses, these like bifocal like glasses as she comes up. And she's got like a little bit of, it looks like some kind of fruit, like a pie, or like maybe she was eating jelly or jam. There's like a little bit on the corner of her mouth. It looks like grape or maybe berry or something like maybe blueberry. It's pretty noticeable that like when she just hasn't wiped off of her face.
It's 3 years old.
Hello?
And her eyes are all squinty and she's kind of looking.
Hey, how down here?
Oh, hello?
What's up? Hey, where we at?
Hello?
Hey, hi.
Hi.
What place is this?
Oh, this is the old Landry farm.
Is it on the map?
No.
How close are you to El Terrell?
Well, you're about an hour from El Terrell.
Which direction?
West.
Cool.
If you follow the road, you can't miss it, sweetie. It'll be right there.
Follow-up question. You got more of that blueberry pie?
Make a persuasion check.
All right, 10 plus, hopefully something. Persuasion.
I'm
Plus
a-
0.
I'm going to give him guidance. Yes! Because Crispin wants a piece of pie also.
14.
She kind of looks at you and goes,
Do I have some on my face?
No, we just smell it.
I do have a little bit more blueberry pie.
Like, damn good guess. Damn good guess.
How much?
Oh, I just made a couple. I already gave some to the help.
Sure. Yeah.
To it was his favorite.
Was?
Yeah, he's just gone now.
and she's like starts kind of like crying a little bit, and she's like,
But you don't have to listen to an old lady ramble about love gone and love lost.
How old is this damn pie?
When was this pie in the oven?
Oh, I just made him this morning.
Oh, great. How much would you like for 2 slices?
Well, I've never sold pie before. You guys seem like nice folks. I would give it to you free for maybe a bit of conversation.
Sure.
I don't get many visitors out here.
Yeah, we'll be out here on the patio. Y'all bring pie out. We do a little chit chat.
That sounds lovely.
And she looks down at the cat.
Crookie! Crookie!
She kind of like pushes him with her stick.
Get off the porch. We got visitors coming in here.
Oh, he's fine.
That means you can. I think he's older than I am.
I'm like, is that possible?
Well, did you want to have it outside where you can have like a picnic?
Sure. Yeah, sounds good.
Great. I'll just go in and I'll get.
And she's like,
I'll be right.
and you just hear her kind of mumbling.
I'm gonna get a few things.
You guys wait maybe like 15 minutes or so.
What
And,
is she
she comes
talking
back and
about?
she's got
Lost
like a-
love.
I have no
She's got
idea.
like a basket. It looks like a picnic basket. It's pretty old, but it's still together. And she's got like a picnic like napkin or like a blanket, like sort of like that traditional sort of like checkered, but it's like a blue and white checkered pattern. And it seems like she's got all kinds of stuff down in there, like some plates and some silverware, and then she's got like a one whole pie kind of sitting on the top of the basket. She's kind of carrying it out.
She's like, Crookie, Crookie! I said get you off the porch. You're in the way. I don't want to step on you. I know I should have never taken you there and buried you there.
What?
Are we getting like Hansel and Gretel vibes from this woman? Like she's gonna try and cook us?
Wait. Did she just say something about burying that damn cat?
That's what I heard. I think.
So she kind of like throws the like a little ways out. She puts the blanket down in a nice little spot on the grass and hands out the plates to everybody. And she has a rocker that she kind of just sits.
I was about to say I didn't think she was gonna get on the ground.
And so she sits in her little rocker.
What do you
She's-
mean buried your cat?
As we sit down and this happens, and I notice this, I'm gonna start ritually casting Speak with Animals.
She said that she buried her cat. The one that we see. It's like fucking Pet Cemetery vibes here.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll
how-
get back to you in a second.
Yeah, no, it takes 10 minutes anyway.
Um, you did it. You buried a cat, the same damn cat you just buried.
I'm just saying he don't look very buried.
I buried Crookie 3 times now. I think the 3rd time was.
Did you wait till he was dead?
Well, they got 9 lives,
Well,
right?
That's when you bury things, isn't it?
Then why is he?
She looks at you like really confused.
Like you're the dumbass.
I'm like,
only 2 needs for burying things, growing, and
and then you
Yeah.
talked about
Or hiding.
the farmhand.
that would make 3. But yeah, no hiding.
Wait, you buried the farmhand too?
Oh no.
Where's he at?
What
He
he?
said love lost.
Oh, I was referring to my husband. The farmhand is not my husband. He's just help.
But
He's actually my nephew. Well, my great nephew. He didn't have anywhere to go, and I was by myself, and he decided to come in here and help.
where is this great nephew of yours?
He's probably working the fields, or
I thought she was gonna say he was buried out in the
Buried him.
fields. Is he out there now working?
She kind of looks out in the field.
well, I don't see him, but I think I hear his axe. He might be in the woods getting wood.
No, that's just gold.
And you kind of like listen, and it does sound like there's an axe striking wood.
I mean, for somebody as old as her, she got some damn good hearing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I want to eat damn pie now. It looks good.
Do you have a spell to
The
like?
spell actually, or the pie does look. It looks really good.
Is there a spell to like purify the pie before we eat?
Okay, your ritual at this point has kind of worn off as everything's kind of getting set up. You now have the spell cast. What would you like to do?
The cat's still nearby or didn't run off.
It's on the porch. It never moved. Like it kind of looked at her, like more annoyed that she kind of pushed him with the stick, but he never moved.
Okay, I'm gonna go over and like sit on the porch next to the cat.
Okay.
Hey there, friend. You doing all right?
He doesn't seem to respond to you. As you kind of like go to pet the cat, He feels a little cold, and he kind of moves from laying on his side to kind of leaning on the other side, and on his left side, you kind of see that there's more bits of the fur and stuff has been ripped off, and you can see part of his underlying ribs. Not like he's skinny, as in they are exposed ribs. You see one of his eyes is like completely
Fucking
faded
false
out, like it's like white, and then the other one, it looks like he can still kind of see in it. And as he kind of meows at you, you see that he has his two large like fang teeth,
Fucking hog.
but several of his other teeth they're gone.
So I can actually see the actual exposed ribs, not
Yep.
like. Well, that looks like a nasty wound there, friend. Do you understand me?
He doesn't understand you.
Alright, I kind of give him a little pat, but avoiding.
And he kind
the-
of purrs, and he kind of tries to give you a little headbutt.
little pat, and then I get up and very quickly walk away.
As he moved, you notice he smells terrible. He smells like death.
And I'm gonna go up to our group, be like, Crispin, the cat's dead.
When she tells me that, I'm gonna act like I'm picking my nose, like, you know, just like, but I'm casting protection from evil and good on myself. That's what I do. And that's what I do. I cast protection from good and evil on myself. Ooh. Components.
So, and then I turn to the old lady. Well, grandmother, your cat doesn't seem to be doing too well.
Well, probably not. He's dead.
Yeah, do you know why he's, still purring?
Well, I buried him. I already said that.
Yeah, but buried things usually don't get up and purr.
Like, where did you bury him at?
Well, there's a special spot further out in the woods. Sometimes you bury things there and they come back.
Have you buried anything else there?
Well, sure.
Like...
Don't tell me your husband's buried there.
May I ask, and I don't mean to be rude, because that's not in my nature, but were you ever buried there?
Not that I recall, no.
I mean, like, you're looking at her. She just looks old, but she looks alive.
I still, I've got protection of good and evil. I mean, like, you mind pointing direction to this graveyard?
Oh, it's not a graveyard. It's just a plot. There used to be they say there's old magic there.
No shit.
It just seems concerning.
There was a
Old
legends.
Indian burial ground.
They speak about a group of druids who lived in the woods long before there were villages or towns in this area, long before the Landry farm. These druids believed in the tie between life and death. And it's believed that that particular area was where they performed a lot of their rituals.
I wouldn't know anything about, like, nothing tinkles my memory about that, or...
You're a druid, but you don't know all the druids?
Oh, no, I'm definitely not
No.
that type of druid.
Don't you take it as kind of a disservice to this poor soul that you just keep bringing him back?
Well, no.
Bury him somewhere else.
Well, I think next time I'm gonna. He does not look good.
Yeah, it looked like he was done like 3 deaths ago.
Well, he gets lonely. He's been my friend for a long time.
You ever thought about just selling the farm and going into town or something?
Well, you know, I mean, I thought about it, but I don't think I could afford it.
I'm willing to help you because this is.
Take all of my money.
Like, what do you need?
Why don't we take a look around first?
Yeah,
Maybe
you
we
know,
can figure
Hold
something
off on
out.
the pie. You know, I've kind of lost my. Your cat's kind of made me lose my hankering for a piece of pie. You still want a piece of pie?
I have to take a shit.
Yeah,
So
smooth.
I mean, you can use the outhouse.
cool. What if I poop in the sacred land? Will that like reanimate my
I don't
Dinner?
think it works like that. It has to be something that was alive.
It was.
No. No.
I eat live flies all the time.
I don't say no as a DM a lot.
Just flies sprout out of the ground.
You ask if I buried other things there.
Mm.
I have buried other things there.
What sorts of other things have you buried there?
Things that die.
A lot of pie.
Like
Where did these
animals,
blueberries come
people?
How many things have ever come alive that you buried?
Well,
Besides the
everything.
cat. Everything came back?
Everything comes back.
Sure.
It's strange. You have sort of an influence over the things that come back. You kind of almost can see in their minds and talk to them without talking.
Sure.
But as it is, there's a large prejudice against the undead. And the
I mean,
last
he-
time I buried my husband
Listen,
out there, someone took it upon themselves to kill him. For real this time.
Destroy it.
Crispin, may I see you in the toilet, please?
Crispin,
You know,
also
this
have to use the
this
bathroom.
one damn time, I will take you up on that.
God,
I
someone-
need to assist him. He has.
He's got to hold my hair back.
She doesn't even seem like anything's weird about it.
Oh, absolutely. Now, who wanted pie?
Yeah, I follow him, and I'm like,
All right.
I'm
You guys,
allergic to pie.
Oh, I'm good, grandmother, but thank you.
Hey, y'all feel like we should just get the hell out of here? I'm getting some crispy. She wants to cook us and make us into blueberry pie vibes. You know what I'm saying?
Get
Like,
more
I don't
shit
know
else
if I
than
get that vibe, but
bury
yeah,
us.
it kind of creeps me out that she's buried every. I'm not even sure if this nephew is of the living world. So
Yep. I feel like we get our people and we just.
well, here's what we do. Let them talk to the old lady a little bit more. You and I take a little wander out to the fields and see if we can find old nephew.
Split the party.
Perfect.
Well, they can entertain her for a little bit. The poor old lady, she don't look like she's dead. I couldn't.
Yeah, Gulk's over there too, probably.
No, she definitely does not give off vibes of being dead.
Okay, I don't
She
think
seems
they're in
alive,
any
just
danger.
really old.
The hell, the pie might be good. I've just.
Worst case scenario, she buries them, they come back to life. Right?
Heroic inspiration, sir.
Yes, the
Heroic
first
inspiration.
one! So I can use this for anything,
Anything.
and I can give it to people.
You can give it to people if you already have it.
Okay.
So if you get another one, you can give it to somebody.
Oh, so I can't give this one to
Correct.
somebody, but I can give another one.
If you would get it and not have spent that, you could give it to someone else.
Yeah, it's like an overflow thing.
Cool.
And it doesn't expire at the end of the session, so just please make
Yep.
sure that you guys remember that you have it.
Yay! All right, so we go to find this patch of dirt.
Okay. You're not really sure. You just know that it's in the woods someplace off a ways. There's a couple of like barn structures. One looks like it's a place that where most of the animals probably sleep at nighttime. There's like a pretty small chicken coop, but you don't see any chickens around. The fencing around the chicken coop looks as though something got into it pretty recently. And there's like feathers spread about everywhere. A little bit of blood. It looks like maybe a fox or something maybe, or a coyote or something got in there and like ate the chickens. Probably, and
Like
it looks pretty recent by
A
the
Vulpin.
possibly sure.
Were you keeping an eye on Fig the whole time?
When we left, when we left the shitter, the outhouse, I whistled towards the colonel and like give him a head that we're walking this way. If he wants to nonchalantly
He
follow us,
he begins to head your direction.
and I kind of give like a signal to Clyde to keep an eye on the group.
He seems to understand.
Okay.
And I feel like with as much shit as she's buried out there, there's probably some sort of trail, not just like through the dense
Well, as you
brush.
start walking through the field, you start to get the smell of death, like decay.
I think we follow that.
It shouldn't be hard to follow.
Kind of smells like blueberry pie too.
It does not.
Blueberries on top
Kind of
of
blueberry pie do you
fucking
Dead.
man. Where did that damn boggle bring us?
Well, I guess hour outside of.
He
Where
brought you to
we're
the
going.
Landry farm.
Yeah,
It's true.
It's not on the map.
It's not on the map. I checked.
Oh gosh, I love this game so much.
Well, let's keep heading that way. Let's derail the whole session.
all right, we're
It's
gonna
not
keep.
derailing. This is adventures.
Yeah, it is.
You guys had choices. You chose to take the Boggle Portal. This is where you ended up.
We're still making better time.
Oh, you guys have
Would've.
saved like 2 days of weird random encounters, right? Like,
It's true.
this is great. I'm having a great time.
All right, we'll follow like this stench of death and the path, and in the meantime, still looking for this great nephew that's chopping wood.
So the smell of death and the sound of chopping wood are coming from the same direction.
I knew that boy was dead. You got your gun ready?
Oh yes, I pull out my blunderbuss, and I've got my hand on the trigger, and then my cloak is kind of covering it up. So
I've got
very-
my shield to my side and my mace, like my hand on my mace, ready to like bring. But I don't want to look like intimidating. But at the same time, I'm at the ready.
He's not intimidating.
Okay.
But I am concentrating on still having my
So you're heading
protection.
towards the sound of the chopping wood.
Yes, I still have my protection from evil and good up. I think that lasts for a couple hours. 10 minutes, so
Okay.
it's probably been a couple minutes
As
now.
you get closer to it's like right on the edge of the forest, where basically where the grass ends and the forest kind of begins. The forest is pretty heavy; it's pretty thick, but you can definitely kind of see that there are some bearing and bald spots through there that you can kind of walk through. Right through the first bit of foliage, you see a humanoid, probably 5'10", 5'11". You see him from the backside. He's wearing just basic, simple clothing. It looks a little dirty, but not unusual. And he is swinging an axe, and it sounds like he is chopping wood. You also see that there is a horse and a cart.
How's the horse look?
Make a nature check.
I think that's one of my strong points. Why didn't we bring the
I would rule
druid?
religion check too. Would also be.
Yeah, those are both all you.
All right, religion is nice. A 5. And what else did you say? Nature.
You could do nature or religion. I'd let you choose.
It doesn't matter.
How'd you do?
What I say? The first one was 5, and then 8. So we'll go with 8 for the nature check.
Total of 8.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell from this distance. The scent of death is a lot stronger though.
God.
We come this far, right?
Yeah. Can we still see the rest of the party and Granny?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're still inside.
You're probably about 150 to 200 feet away, but it's a big open clearing and you can see them. They're all just sitting out there, and you can't really hear what's being said, but you can hear that she's talking and laughing a little bit.
But if he would have shoot the gun, they would know. And
they
see
definitely would hear it.
Okay.
I'm definitely paying attention.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and you could probably shout.
I'm
and
gonna
they
turn
probably
around
will hear you.
and I see Fiora, and I'm like,
I try not to laugh too hard while I'm like.
yeah, I wasn't trying to make a
Urging
joke there. Hey nephew.
We're gonna go back to the pie people.
Fair enough.
Commercial break.
All you hear is, "Hey nephew," and we break away.
All right. So, what do you guys want to talk to her about? She's offering you pie.
Are you sure? You look quite famished. You look like you like pie. Would you like some pie?
He likes
no,
chicken
I'm
pie
okay.
pie.
Oh, you're gonna hurt an old lady's feelings. I thought we were gonna have pie.
And she starts kind of crying a little bit again.
Can I roll an insight on this lady?
Yeah,
Yeah, at that
To see
point,
if there's something off about her.
Same.
sure.
Okay.
The only wisdom stat that's not awful because I took proficiency in it. It's not bad. I got a 17.
you both get the impression that she's lonely and maybe a little sad, but she doesn't really strike you as dangerous.
Dangerous.
Of course, you've been wrong before.
Oh, I still don't trust that pie.
Again, you're not a mind reader. You're just going based
Yeah.
off of. She doesn't seem to be
use that
making any
computer up
sudden
there, so I don't
movements.
know.
She doesn't seem to possess any magical abilities that you can tell. She hasn't used magic one time, uttered anything strange or that seemed off. And everything that she's told you, she's been very forthcoming with, and you believe she's at least being honest, or at least believes that she's being honest in what she is saying.
And a piece of pot of Gulk.
Gulk eats a piece of pie because he's not here.
Okay. Gulk eats. He begins like just eating the pie, and he's like, "It's good. It's really good."
How you doing? It's what you get for not being here. Hope he gets his shits.
So as we're sitting there,
They're not blueberries.
as we're sitting there, I want to kind of like, you know how old ladies really, or old people really like to talk about just like old stories from back in the day?
Yeah.
I want to encourage like old stories from back in the day.
What would you like to ask her about?
Husband, the nephew,
Well, you got to pick one. What do you want?
husband.
You want to talk to her about her husband? What do you want to know about him?
Just tell me about your husband. You said you were missing him.
Oh, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, yeah.
Jeffrey?
He was handsome. He was so handsome. I met him when I was just 12 years old, and we became really good friends all through our youth. And then on my 20th birthday,
He was 32.
he asked me if I would go to a dance with him, and I said, of course I would. So, and you know, the Landry farm wasn't always here.
And she starts just kind of rambling on about stuff. And she kind of tells you the story about how she met him and he took her to this dance. They came from a slightly bigger village. And then they decided that they were going to get married, and they tried to have kids. They were never successful at it. She said basically that was like a regret of hers, like pretty much her whole life, was that they were just never able to have them. They got, they call him Krookie, that's the cat. They got him right after they moved into the farm, and she says that she's been living here for over 80 years.
So her name. Wanted to ask her name because I don't think we've gotten that yet.
Oh, my name's Melinda.
Melinda? Oh, thank you. I'm
Melinda Landry.
Melinda what?
Landry.
Oh.
It's
duh.
it's spelled how you think it is. Land, R-Y, Landry.
yeah. I'm mostly trying to stall for time while they're
She goes on
And,
like
yeah.
a 10-minute thing
I figured,
talking
yeah.
about this.
and see if there's anything weird like you just said about the cat.
A few things that she mentions that strike you odd. She says that she's been living here. She said that they moved here after they got married. She got married when she was about 22. She's been living here for at least 80 years, but she kind of stopped counting. She said the crops here grow different than other places. Most of the money that they generated was when he was still alive, selling their crops. They used to take them into El Turl and other places to sell them. The soil here is different. There's something about it. She's been drinking the water from the wells here and eating the food for 80 years.
So when she talks about the soil being different, can I do a nature check or anything? for
Sure,
Just the
yeah.
soil.
While she's doing that, can I ask? So you've been here for a while.
A good while, yeah.
So is this druid thing just a far off, distant history, or were they ever active when you were here?
Oh, no, I think they had either moved on or passed away. It was just a local legend. We've seen some, when we've explored the land, we've found a few relics and artifacts, mostly just trinkets and baubles, old wooden statues and things like that. Most of them, you know, we've thrown away or we've sold off to travelers
Did you say
who were interested in such
Is that what
things.
she said?
I don't
No,
know
I
that
said
any of it was
baubles.
of any great value, but
B-A-U-B-L-E-S.
I think the soil itself is worth quite a bit. We've had a lot of people offer us, well, a great deal of money for it. At least what I thought was a great deal of money. But Jeffrey spent every dollar he had on this farm, and it would have broke his heart to know that I sold it for any price.
I got a 9 on literature.
The soil seems like it radiates magic.
Well, the soil seems to be
It just seems richer. It seems more fertile.
It's
You're not
necessarily-
really sure quite how to explain it.
not necessarily bad,
No.
but
It doesn't necessarily seem bad.
okay. Well, it seemed to be a good investment. I mean, this soil's pretty good.
Things grow here fast. You can grow wheat or corn in half the time as anywhere else, and it makes the best bread. And the corn is sweet. I've never lost one crop to a bug, or locusts, or disease.
That's
It
pretty
is grow.
impressive.
And you're kind of like looking around, and you notice that there aren't really like a lot of normal farm insects kind of around. You see a few, but you don't even see like as many worms and stuff as you would think to see. You don't see flies buzzing around everywhere. With all this like these farm animals and manure, you'd think that you would see more of that. You don't really see any of that.
Well, you mentioned you've had some trinkets from the old druids.
It's mostly baubles. I don't think that they hold any value. I might still have a couple of them.
Oh, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to take a look at them. I'm a druid from a different tribe.
Oh, interesting.
Just
You
curious.
are a survivor of the land, then?
Yeah. From the valley.
And we're gonna hold with that. She's like,
I think I might still have a couple in the house. Just give me 1 second.
and she kind of like really slowly tries to get up off of her chair. Now that she's been sitting there for a good minute. Back to you guys. Hey cousin.
And hey nephew.
Hey nephew. You see him kind of take this axe, and he's like in mid swing when you say it, and then he kind of slowly puts it down, and then he kind of starts to slowly kind of turn just his head, and then part of his upper torso. You can see that his face looks sort of distorted and a little bit decayed. There's like a hole in the side of his face where you can see like the insides of his teeth and where his jaw and stuff, where his eyes are whited out completely. His skin is sort of sunk in. His hair, now that you're kind of getting a better look at the front of it, it looks as though it's matted and dirty and has clumps of earth in it. His clothes look matted. They look dirty. He kind of looks in your direction.
You speak undead?
You hear the horse let out like a.
Good
It sounds
old
like a
fart.
neigh, but it sounds more slow.
God bless you. What's your name? Oh, must be a family name.
How do you spell that?
I'm gonna take an off chance here.
Sure.
The cat didn't attack us, didn't seem hostile.
Cat didn't have an axe though.
That is true. But the handle of the thunder that you have there has a longer reach than his axe handle.
Very true. All right.
And it has a little bit more bite to it. So we'll get a little closer.
Okay.
See if he gets hostile. If so, you send him back to the gods
Mm-hmm.
for
For
what
good.
looks like his third or fourth trip. It looks like he just unburied himself.
Sure do. Well, the good news is if I send him back there, there's going to be pieces of him that get misted and then we'll never get back to the ground. So he can't be.
But let's not get too hasty. because I don't think old Granny's gonna give us a piece of pie if we shoot her nephew.
Do you want it though?
You know what? We'll feed it to Gulk first,
That's a good idea.
and then we'll try it.
Gulk is now on a second piece of pie.
But we don't know this yet. We're gonna get back there and ain't gonna be no fucking pie left for us. All right, so we're gonna edge closer to the nephew, not hostile, just. So, I know he's just in guttural. I want to creep a little bit closer, investigate around where he's chopping wood at, but I want to see if keep an eye on him the whole time to see if he makes any advancements towards us.
He has sort of paused in his activity, and he's only turned his head enough to see you. He hasn't shifted his body or anything, but the axe, he's kind of like, he's brought it down real slow, kind of resting on the stump.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, he's splitting wood. Like, just wood. And you can see the wagon is loaded up with just the pieces of wood that he's chopped up.
I mean,
The horse, at this point, is definitely dead. It's all skin and bones. It's actually more skeletal than it is even zombie-like. You can see that there is actually like a crow on its back trying to like pick pieces of it off.
Well, at this point, I just feel bad for the both of them. That's no quality life.
yeah, no, it's not. But part of me feels like we should do last rites. But then, who's here to help the old lady with her farm?
Also, we're probably too late for last rites.
Well, if we could say a small little
As
prayer.
you guys are kind of like having this conversation, he turns back to his task and he just starts chopping wood again.
Hey, where were you buried last time? You died.
He doesn't seem to acknowledge you. He continues to just chop wood. It's almost as if he doesn't even know that you're there or doesn't care that you're there.
I guess we'll continue to investigate around, see if we see this plot.
Yeah, look for like an altar and shit.
So you walk, I'll say another good almost like 100 or so feet, maybe almost up to like 50 or so yards, or more, maybe 75 yards from where this plot is at. It goes into like a little thicker area of the woods, and then there's an area. It's probably about, I don't know, maybe 30-foot diameter, where it's all flat. There's no trees, there's no grass, it's just dirt. And you see what there's a bunch of these like makeshift sort of like grave markers. Not a lot of them. There's only a few. They're like X's, right? Not crosses, but like two pieces of wood like just tied together or bound and kind of stuck in the ground. There are things that you would identify as maybe like feathers or animal antlers or things like that, like adorning them, kind of decorating them. There's no names or anything on them. These aren't grave stones, but these definitely are like things that look like they mark where things have been buried.
Does the soil look different?
It looks darker. It looks almost black.
It
also, like, you can tell that it looks really loose and very easy to move.
I would like to.
The areas where the markers are, the earth is raised up a little bit more than the other areas, and they look more still. They look more compacted. They look like they've had more time to just kind of be there. They don't look like they're the same kind of loose dirt. So whatever's in those hasn't come back or won't come back.
You think we take Gulk's stump and shove it in the ground, it'll just grow back?
I don't think that's how this works.
That's not how. I'm not really familiar.
Here's what I'm afraid of. You do that, then the hand he has is reanimated and just starts walking around.
That'd be kind of funny, though.
It would be kind of creepy.
It'd be creepy. Okay.
So I'm thinking we get a pouch full of this dirt, this loose dirt.
Sure.
And we take it back to maybe, we'll give it to Fiora. She can give it to one of her druid clansmen. Maybe they can inspect it and see what kind of magic's on this soil.
Well, the Colonel's all magical. Can he tell us what the hell's going on here? Can he like sniff it around or something?
We could try. I mean,
He looks like he's getting frustrated without finding no worms.
This might be a lot looser for him to claw through. So,
Well, let's let him take a little.
Colonel,
gander.
what do you think about this area here?
He's kind of looking at the dirt. You notice that he's being very cautious to not step in the dirt.
Maybe we should not touch this dirt.
Yeah, do we have like a shovel to...
I myself do not have a shovel.
Let me check the good old inventory here. I got brewer's supplies. Smith's tools. I feel like there's a shovel in there.
Did you say smith tools?
Yeah.
Do a lot of shoveling while you're blacksmithing?
Well, you know, if you're taking like coals and...
They use tongs for that. Oh, yeah. I got you.
Yeah, but that's like a coal shovel.
Oh, wait, here we
Yeah.
go, here we go. Oh, nope. Hey, I can make a grappling hook. What up?
Man, we're living in the future.
Or I can make an
be
iron pot.
Batman.
Speaking of, are there any like weird looking mushrooms that are growing around?
Nope.
Nothing growing
No, not in,
Kev's
not
like,
in,
"We're
not
not
in
doing
the
that
soil.
again."
like around it. Like
There's a few. What looks
I
to
got
be like,
herbalism kit. That's why I was.
there's a few loose stones and there's a bits of like grass, but no mushrooms. There are a few like they look like weedy plants growing around the outskirts of the soil. They're definitely like the roots are in the soil.
All
I
right.
mean, part of me wants to get soil, part of me doesn't. After seeing the kernel like staying back from it.
So I got a tinderbox, right? You got a tinderbox.
Yeah, I
Let me
got-
take my tinderbox shit, put it in your tinderbox, and I'll scoop up a little bit of dirt, slide it closed, a little duct tape. Make sure it don't get out. What you feel?
How about this? Just to make it easier, I've got a shield.
I don't know
I'll-
why we didn't lead with that.
I don't either.
Gosh, I love
Maybe I was
this.
just worried about what the kernel would think.
I love this so much.
So we'll take the shield, scoop some up. We'll get a little pouch, and we'll get a little bit of dirt in
You
there.
know when you do a thing and you're reading stuff, you go, they're just gonna breeze right over that. It's gonna take the whole session.
Yeah, let's
That's what I
do
was
that.
talking about. We just go.
So,
I like it.
yes, we're gonna take the shield and try to scoop some loose dirt, but without stepping into the dirt.
Okay. The earth, the dirt itself, it's unavoidable. You kind of touch some of it on your hands. It feels warm, not hot, but it definitely doesn't feel like dirt should, if that makes sense. Dirt usually coming straight from the earth, especially in a forested canopy like that, is going to be colder. It might be more damp. This is actually pretty dry, and it's very crumbly. You know, it's almost like perfect topsoil that hasn't been rained on. You know, like the real like
Good
flaky, like the good stuff. Yeah, it's like that's the dream when you're trying to do some gardening.
Like a little peat moss.
That's the
sort
kind
of-
you want, right?
Yeah, I
like the
was
good
thinking
kind.
peat
It's
moss.
like that, but it's even easier. It flows right into the shovel.
When I take the shield and put it down there, as soon as it goes in that loose dirt, and I go, damn it, Otis, if something grabs my damn hand, I'm going to make a blueberry pie in my pants. And I scoop it up. I'm like, nothing's grabbed me yet. Nothing's grabbed me
Nope.
yet. And you see like a little prayer, like I'm like mumbling a prayer. Dear Lathander.
Do you want to take any of the grave plants?
I will.
There's several of these. They look like a weed.
I am going to take a couple and put them in my herbalism kit to get them
Okay,
inspected.
there's probably about a dozen laying around. They look very similar to those thistle thorn plants that grow in like sand traps, like at the golf course. Only this is a much more big flower, and the flower itself, not the vines or the leaves are thistly. The flower is sort of thistly. It looks sort of like a small sunflower, but not as like perky. It's kind of like droopy a little bit.
Yes, I'm going to take... I think, what do you think? It's just a little pouch of dirt should be enough.
Sounds good.
Pouch of dirt. And I'll just go ahead and I'll take all dozen.
Okay.
Those
So
are
you
plants.
pick all of the
Yeah.
plants. You can just mark them down as grave plants for now.
And as he's getting all this stuff, I'm just going to be looking around, waiting for something to come back to life, or nephew with an axe, and just kind of being hyper aware of the
Nephew is over there. You
surroundings.
can still kind of hear him, still chopping wood.
Okay,
I say we just let them be.
I guess.
Do we want to look at the rest of the farm, or do we want to go get the rest of our...
I think we get out of here. This place gives me the EBGBs.
I mean, I don't feel like they're hurting anybody.
They're not conventional. I mean, if they did hurt someone, they bury them.
Like, if somebody was going to get hurt, we'd already been hurt, attacked. I feel.
Probably.
And I really don't want to be here after dark.
That's true.
Not gonna lie, kind of
Yeah.
scary.
The place is giving me the whirlies, so I think we just go meet up with them
Bad.
and get out of
You guys
here.
scared of a farm.
Yeah, I think we'll head back to the group.
It's a weird farm, though.
Ah, come on, that's pretty fun stuff.
When
though.
we get back to the group, how much of pie's left?
Gulk has eaten at least half the pie. They have not eaten any. Gulk seems fine, other than he's got the blueberry all over his lips.
Did his hand grow back?
It did not. And he seems fine. Nothing seems different about him. He says it was a really good pie.
Ma'am, I found your nephew.
Oh,
I think
you found him.
He
think
is a
he's-
hard worker.
he
He's
said.
very hard.
Yeah, he said hi. Kind of. I think he said hi.
He's always dead tired, though.
Yep. So
Yeah, we definitely-
Anyways, looking at that, we
it's
got
about time for the rest of the farmhands to get to work too. So, this has been really nice, and I appreciate you. Would you like to take some pie for the road?
Yes. We'll take it for the road.
Okay.
And she goes back in and she gets the pie.
And when you mean the what time is it?
It's you guys have spent probably about an hour here.
Okay. Phew.
It's so early.
I thought it was like almost dusk,
No,
and
it's,
then
it's
all
probably,
the
it's probably
farmhands were
about
showing up.
11,
This is the start of a
11
scary
about 10,
movie.
10 or 11 in the morning.
Mm. Where did they come from?
Who?
The farmhands.
The farmhands. She points to a building that looks kind of like a bunkhouse, and she points over there.
That's where the rest of them stay. The hired help.
May I ask? Oh God.
Do you want to know?
Do I really want to know? You know what? I do not want to know. I just take my pie and go.
Okay.
Are they all dead too?
Ah, horseshit! That's what I was going to ask.
You guys didn't do what I was going to.
Well, you can't hire dead people. They don't want anything.
Now, were they alive when you hired them, and now they're dead?
No, they're still alive.
How many times over?
I think they've always been alive.
So they've never had to go take a little dirt nap.
Oh, no. Mostly my animals, my family, and people who come asking. It's hard for people sometimes to say goodbye.
No, I think, you know what? You do what you got to do. It's your farm.
Yeah, it is.
Are we okay to leave?
Absolutely. Why would you not be?
Because you said, you know what? It is easy to say goodbye, especially with good old homemade blueberry pie. I will hit the road.
Yeah, Tulu, Mildred, we see you later.
Melinda.
Yep.
She brought you back a few artifacts.
Anything I recognize?
Nothing
or
seems
anything-
like magical per se. Again, it looks like things that are carved and made from wood and sticks, but there are bits of animal bone and animal teeth and feathers, kind of into these workings. A couple of them look like they look like stick figurines, and she brings up this one thing that almost looks like a really complicated. It almost kind of looks like a wind chime, but it's made from all pieces of stick and twine. And instead of like these bells on it, it's just these varying degrees of just like these little stick figurines. Something about it is really creepy. You're not sure why. It does radiate magic, though.
Okay.
It's not big. Like you can hold it in one hand, and it's just like this set of chimes. But it looks kind of like a messed up mobile.
Pardon me, I'm gonna whisper to Fig. I'm like, don't tell me. A little curiosity hitting you if they're still alive over there in that bunkhouse. Little bit. Little bit.
I mean, you can always do a little sneaky sneak.
And by the way,
You know.
there was a lot of chicken feathers everywhere. You been eating here?
Oh.
Well, I mean, that's not all my help in the bunkhouse. The bunkhouse is... They're just they're people from... They're travelers. I give them a place to stay, food, shelter, and, I pay them a little bit of coin. Some of them stay a while. Some of them
They track
Stay
along?
forever.
Did you have chickens?
Yeah, the darndest thing. I think a fox got into him the other
Oh,
night.
that sucks.
You don't say.
Yeah, thank you,
is-
ma'am.
Yeah, we gotta hit.
I'm gonna drop a couple coins off on I'm gonna put it on her picnic basket, like 3 gold coins. I'm like, I hope that's enough for that pie.
Oh, that's more than enough. Thank you.
Yes.
And the chickens.
Well,
It's about this time that you see that the little horse and buggy that
I fucking knew it.
the nephew was putting the wood on. He comes kind of strolling out. He's steering the wagon, but there's like 4 other undead-looking humanoids walking with him, sort of like along the side of the wagon.
armed or just like.
They are armed with what looks to be tools,
Farming
not like weapons. The one is carrying it looks like a bow saw, sort of like strapped over his shoulder. Another one's carrying like a big pitchfork, and one is carrying like what looks like 2. They look almost like carpenter hammers or maybe masonry hammers or something like that.
Oh God, I think we overstayed our welcome.
Well, thank you for sharing some of your artifacts here. They're very interesting. We didn't have anything like that in my tribe.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you for making me pray a little bit more each day.
I don't know how I did that, but you're welcome. You're welcome, Sonny.
And then you see the bunkhouse that kind of opens up, and it looks about 6 various races. There's a younger dwarf and male. There's an elf, like a male elf. They all look about maybe teenage, maybe slightly older than that, but they all look alive. And they're all carrying just like some equipment. They look like they're getting ready to go out and like work on the fence, like maybe repair the fence around the chicken coop area.
One last thing before we leave, ma'am. I grew up on a farm up in Golden Fields, and our asses were out of bed at the crack of dawn. I mean, you got some lazy farm hands getting out at crack of noon.
Well, they stayed up pretty late trying to catch whatever was attacking the chickens. So I let them stay in and sleep in a little later.
Oh my God, what is around here now? Not gonna ask. Not gonna ask. You're probably gonna ask.
Ask what?
Did they ever catch whatever got their chickens last night?
Well, I mean, Fig's still here, so probably not.
Were you the one that got their fucking chickens?
No.
Wait, we were
You
here
gonna
last
believe
night.
him?
We were here last night. How could I possibly?
Did you say I don't believe him?
I said, are you gonna believe him?
50-50 shot.
Right. So better to not know the answer to the question, right?
I wonder if it was that damn boggle.
Who cares if it was? What are
All
we
right.
gonna do about it? He
You
ain't
deduct
here.
3 gold from your inventory for the 3 coins you
Yep.
left. You guys have a Widow Landry blueberry pie. Unless there's anything else you want to.
While we're leaving, so are the artifacts still like out?
Yeah, most of them are, like I said, there's nothing really special about them. They're like little baubles, trinkets, like a necklace. The only thing that kind of stood out as strange to you was the like weird mobile chimey thing.
I would have definitely hesitated over that.
I
But
think Vic's gonna steal it.
You want to try to
I
steal it?
think he's gonna want to try and steal it. When they're like saying their last goodbyes, he's like putting the gold piece on the table.
Okay.
He's like, I want that. I want
Make
it.
a sleight of hand check.
Keeps taking my money out.
At 24, Vic's gonna get cursed.
Well, with advantage, I rolled 2 ones. You are able to take this weird, chimey, creepy stick, Blair Witch looking thing. You're able to get it. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Like I said, it's not real big, but yeah. Okay. So you guys say your goodbye to Melinda, and you guys head off back down the way. You travel for I don't know, maybe 15, 20 minutes till you feel like you've gotten a pretty good safe distance way to start talking smack about her, I assume.
Fig pulls
faster.
up the thing like, what do you guys think this does?
Fuck, Fig!
Did you steal from an old woman?
No.
Did you eat all those chickens?
No.
Okay, so
I
now I
believe
know
him.
you're lying.
I believe him on the second one. Not on the first one.
He said no for both. He definitely lying.
I couldn't help myself. It's interesting.
I can't believe you ate all them chickens.
I'm not. Keep that in your bag or something. Don't be I don't know what that is, but it's weird.
What's wrong with it?
There's something magical about it, and it makes me uneasy.
On that subject, does anyone have like a jar or something? Bucket with a lid? We got some dirt. And plants.
I have an herbalism kit, but I haven't managed to get any vials yet. Do you want me to look at it?
Yes, we were. Yeah, I'm glad I was going to give it to you, but that old lady creeped me out. I'm still like.
Just like dump it on the side of the road, and I'll like look at it from there.
How
and then
about-
leave
nah,
it.
I'm just gonna pat myself.
Do
on
we
the
really
back.
want? Do we want to leave it?
Good DM. Good DM.
Well,
buckets
do you want to
or
keep
somebody
it
has a
with
bucket.
you?
I don't know. Maybe you take it to one of your order, and maybe they can. I've got it in a pouch.
My tribe's a bit far away, and we're not exactly on speaking terms at the moment.
What'd you do?
Well,
But you were
no one's really. It's taboo to leave the druid or my tribe's lands. So either, I do something real heroic, save the tribe and everything, since I saw a vision of it getting destroyed,
Sure.
or I'm banished forever.
Ah,
So that won't be much help.
that is a real pickle.
Well, I don't think we need to dump it out. I think we take it with us. I'll give you the pouch. You can look at it, but don't get rid of it right yet.
Okay.
Maybe it becomes some use for us.
The thing is, I know of a spell that can the soil at that farm was really good, really rich, almost magical. I know of a druid spell that can do that, but it only lasts for a year, and it has to be reapplied after that. So whatever the hell this is, it's powerful.
At least if we have the soil and it's good stuff, we could never run out of food. We could plant something there. Like,
If we're gonna do that, I think I want some more information first. That makes me very uneasy.
no, we got it with us. And I've also got some of these plants that were around the grave site. So, you can have half of them if you want them. I have an herbalism kit, that's why I grabbed them
Yeah.
also.
I can just take a look at them and see if I can figure something out.
Alright, I'll give her 6 of the plants.
You can make a nature check to see if you can determine what type of plant it is.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
So I have an ability that when I use it, I get. I'll just show you. When I'm in my dragon constellation form, whenever I make an intelligence or wisdom check, I can treat a roll of 9 or lower on the d20 as a 10. Would nature checks count for that? Because
What skill is used for it?
It's
it's intelligence.
So then, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I just didn't specify exactly. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and use a Yeah, I'm gonna use a wild shape and do that.
Okay. What does your dragon constellation form look like?
So I look like me, but superimposed sort of over me is a constellation of a
Yes.
dragon with the wings outspread.
Maybe he doesn't like us.
And I've got like folded wings on my back. Everything's like very ethereal.
I kind of like picture when you do these constellation things, like your skin kind of darkens a little
Yeah.
bit, almost becomes like the nighttime sky.
Yeah,
But, like you
same.
can still like see parts of your actual skin going through, so the stars shine a little bit more. At least that's how it kind of pictured in my head.
That's how I imagine it too.
So,
Yeah.
because the way that you were describing the constellations, I was like, that's pretty cool.
Mm.
That's how I visualize it. All right, so you got this like dragon constellation. and you're now like good at intelligence checks.
All right, so I'm gonna check on the.
I thought druids now got good at nature checks. I thought they were good.
I get a +4.
I thought you could use your wisdom instead of intelligence. Or
I
something.
can add my proficiency.
Got it. Okay.
So I get a +4.
I thought they changed that in the new book because they didn't have it before. which
You
was
only get it.
Yeah.
super weird.
You only get it if you choose the magician thing, which is basically your spellcaster, as opposed to warden, where you're melee. So.
Okay. Go ahead and make your check.
Well, I got a 6, so that's a 10. And it's a
I'll give you
+4, so
guidance
14.
on it.
He said I'll give you guidance on it.
And didn't you say anything you roll is you treat the roll as a 10?
Yeah, so
It's
the
just
6 is a 10,
Oh, okay.
+4 is 14, plus the guidance is 15.
15.
Okay. You know that this plant is something called grave bloom. It's not particularly common. It does have medicinal uses. As far as what those medicinal uses are, you're not entirely sure. It's used a lot in necromancer rituals.
Okay.
It's like a component for some necromancer rituals.
Too bad I'm not playing a necromancer.
And can I check the dirt as well?
Yeah, I'll let you use the same check for that. The dirt itself is... I mean, it looks like dirt.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like really healthy dirt. But it's a little bit darker, a little bit richer. It's like the perfect soil.
Okay. And I'll relay that to everyone.
So yeah, with that roll, you know that that's grave bloom, but as far as what you can use it for, you're not entirely sure.
Okay. So you said you gave me 6 of those?
Yes, you can have 6 of them.
You had like 3 slices of blueberry pie, and
Yeah.
it was yummers.
Fuck yeah. And your whole arm fell off.
Yeah,
It's about par for the course.
it turned you undead.
Did a finger puppet come out of nowhere?
Finger puppet.
No finger pump.
Gifted from
Elvin's
the-
creeping in.
So yeah, farm hands, half of them are alive, half of them are dead.
And now we're on our way to
Now you're on to
Where we're
El
going.
Toro.
quick little detour.
It was actually a really fast detour.
Yeah,
Saved you
it
guys
still was.
a few days of travel. Okay,
True.
so I'm gonna lighten the mood music a little bit.
I feel like that could have gone a lot further.
It's not even October yet.
I thought we were
I
gonna
gotta
fight
get
on
you guys
Oak
geared
Lake.
up.
Yeah. Yep.
You guys didn't like the purple light change? Because I was listening.
He was like, "Was that you?"
Yeah, I was like,
I was like, "It was not."
I like how Bill looked at my seat, thinking I was there. In spirit.
Okay.
I was like, is there a button over here?
Okay, so you
Start
guys travel the full hour necessary to get to your destination, and this is a much larger city. You see it in the distance, much sooner than your approach. It's not quite as large as Baldur's Gate or Neverwinter or one of the major cities, but it's a pretty big city. This is not a small village. It looks pretty orderly. Everything seems as though it's pretty well kept. The city itself overlooks a river. You guys have the map. The river is the river.
Archoanther?
Yeah, that.
That sounds medical.
It was.
The river Chianthar. The city itself is filled with merchants, river traders, and farmers markets. The feature that stands out to you the most as you approach the city, kind of looking in, is there is a brilliant light that hovers above the city. It looks as though the light illuminates light day, possibly night. If you kind of stare at it, it almost looks like you're staring at the sun. It's not only when you stare directly at it.
So we were just in the fields of the dead. Makes sense.
I feel like
like stares at it. He's like, oh, I'm seeing spots now.
Okay, so welcome to El Toro.
Nice.
There's no guards posted, as far as no one's asking to see any kind of like identification or anything like that. And there's people kind of coming in and out. There's trade caravans and wagons, and it's mostly merchants. It's a pretty bustling little gem, kind of right in the middle of nothing.
Is Gulk here?
Golk is here, yeah.
Oh, sweet. Gulk's back. So Gulk will kind of give this like little kid like snicker and like, I'm gonna go grab a beer. And I'll just like try to tiptoe and like cartoons.
How did you do that? You only have one hand.
You never heard of that? Like where you think you still have the feeling for it?
I have.
Phantom
Limbs, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just like
I've read
this.
some books.
So I'm laughing.
I've read some books that weren't just this one.
Well, obviously you read the D&D.
Yeah.
Did I? You guys only think I read it.
But yeah.
I just be making shit up.
But yeah, he's
the
kind of
time.
getting the phantom limbs just like this, and he thinks he feels it. That's a good point. I don't have a fucking hand, but phantom limbs is definitely a thing. Someone played off like I knew that. Yeah, so like I'll kind of give it like the cartoon, like smelling for like bacon. You'll just see me like hovering towards the bar, just like looking for the nearest ale.
Go. Do you have any cash on you? Do you have any coins on you?
I'll make do.
I reach in my bag and hand him 3 gold.
I'm a mooch. Even though it's my earned coin.
We should find that one guy we're looking for.
Yeah, did we recall where Leeson said he was staying?
Nope.
I got an idea.
Like a monastery or a library or
I'm gonna write one of the paper birds. I'm gonna write to Leeson, and then I'm gonna write poop. And then I'm gonna fold it up and let it go, and it's gonna start flying towards him, and we're gonna follow the bird.
You think he's the only Leosin in this town?
Probably.
Now, did you spell his name correctly?
Hopefully.
With 2 S's?
I don't know. You like to mispronounce people's names on every character you play.
All right, give me a roll. What am I rolling?
So I'm just asking. Did you put the right name down?
I feel like in this instance, when I was trying to, yes. Most of the time, no.
I say rolls a percentage dial.
What percentage do you think I should give him?
75% or higher, he did it.
Okay.
I would put it closer to.
I was thinking like 50-50.
60-40.
60-40, yeah. Anything.
So 60% chance yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 1 to 60.
Actually, I was thinking 40%.
1 to 60 is good.
Yep. 61 and above.
You're
400.
That's a 40, bro.
That's 40.
So you write the name down. Leosin. Shit, you didn't get his last name.
Rats. I'm gonna write the monk.
The paper bird does not seem to respond.
How did the first paper bird leave with the map and go to him?
I don't remember. Did you have his last name?
Let's check the tape.
bunch of fucking nerds.
No, I think we just got his first name.
Yeah, I don't think he ever.
Then
did
I'm
his
going
last
to
name.
allow it.
Leosin the monk. That's what I wrote down.
You got it.
Leosin the monk. That's his
That's
name.
cool.
So as
Oh,
far as we know, the monk
Leosin
is the last name.
Erlander.
Ah, I knew I gave it to you.
Ah.
I knew I gave it to you.
Alright,
Um,
fine, we'll say
for
this.
dusk.
Gulk gets inspiration.
Assuming that
Gulp gets heroic inspiration.
Oh, there's heroic
Heroic
inspiration?
There's no inspiration anymore. It's just heroic inspiration.
Oh, I did write it
So it's
down. It was
inspirational.
just way back here.
Okay.
yeah, same.
Yeah.
So, did you write his last name down as well?
I did.
Very well.
Earthlanther.
Okay. Heroic inspiration works similar. Only what it does now is whenever you make any die roll, you can burn your heroic inspiration to re-roll that die and use that result instead.
So it could be like a damage die.
Or a healing die.
healing,
Or
Listening.
he's like,
Urinating.
go on.
So there's a lot of talking. Did you just give someone?
You gave Golk heroic inspiration.
it.
He ate the pie. He was brave.
Nice.
What a guy.
We'll see if anything happens then.
And it was like probably the best pie you've ever had.
Yep.
It's because
Magically.
zombie hands made it.
The zombie hands made it.
You know, they have a delicate touch.
They do. Touch of the grave.
Very cold
There
touch.
was a finger in the pie, but
I like cold pie.
There was no fingers. Guys, not everything was supposed to be creepy, but I like that it kept you on your toes.
it did. It
Would
did.
you have
It
noticed
was
if
fun.
there was a finger in the pie?
Yeah, his perception's pretty good. He steals shit all the time.
No.
Oh, Golk?
No, I wouldn't give
No,
a
my
fuck.
perception
probably
was
would've
not
ate it.
good.
He'd be like, man, it's chewy,
I
crunchy
purposely
too.
have a low perception on figs.
He's like,
Oh,
man,
it's got
just
a
like
weird
Mom
crunch.
used to make.
These snowsberries taste like snowsberries.
Okay, so you put the paper bird, and it folds up and it flies off.
Yep. Follow that bird.
Follow the bird.
I feel
Um,
like Fig would be very good at this because it's like
So the bird is kind of flying at a pretty fast pace, and the city here is pretty populated. You're kind of losing sight of the bird as it's getting a little bit further away from you, and you run into what looks to be like a smaller human child. He looks like he might be a page, or he kind of looks like he's wearing like a tabard of maybe a knight or something. And Otis, you kind of like run right into him and knock him down on the ground. He's like, "Oh, mister, where are you going in such a hurry?
Why are you standing in the middle of the road like that?
Why are you running down the middle of the road?"
I was trying to follow that paper bird.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
I mean, I'm on my side of the road.
He's looking around like, there are no sides. It's busy out here. You can't just run down a busy street.
A simple
used to-
excuse me on both your parts would probably suffice here, and we'll move on.
All right, excuse you.
You got business here?
Yeah. Do you?
Besides this, like, bird chasing stuff?
Well, the bird's going to someone we got to talk to.
Oh, okay. Well, I was told to keep an eye out for some people.
What kind of people?
Well, I don't know. They said that they look like outsiders, and, well, you guys don't look like no merchants.
Well,
None of
anybody
you?
coming into town could look like outsiders.
What was the word he
Who
used?
do you work for?
Seasoned.
Who does number 2 work for?
Who do I work for?
Yes.
Oh, I'm a squire. I'm gonna be a knight one day, and it's gonna be awesome.
Is that like a pledge?
Yeah, it's the pledge of mind your own business. Anyway, who are you looking for?
Who do you work for?
I work for Froome.
Yeah, we're not looking for him.
Who are you looking for?
Jeff,
Jeff.
with a G.
Oh, that's the worst name.
I know. I mean, you don't get to choose your working partners.
I think you guys are the ones. He said you guys would be kind of loudmouth and rude.
Oh my God. We're looking for. Shit. Forgot his name. We're looking for Leeson.
Leeson.
Yes.
Well, nobody here is gonna know that guy, but my knight friend, he definitely does, and you are the ones I was meant to look for. Thanks for running me over, by the way. Well, you're not very big, but we're about the same size.
So you
Your
need to-
mouth makes up for your size, though.
Well, I have to. I'm not very tall.
heard that. Also, probably a little bit wider stance, you know.
Look, I'm new to this. Like, I just got the tabard. I'm really excited. I want to be a knight. I want to learn everything I can. Unfortunately, I had to get a lot of coffee.
Manners. Manners is number one.
Yeah, I know. My mom keeps telling me that.
And I'll flip him a gold coin. I'm like, well, if you lead us away,
Well, I can take you to Froome, and he would know where Leeson is. I'm not sure if Leeson's even in town right now. But Froome
who's
would know.
Froome again?
Froome works for the Order.
The Order of.
You guys really don't know anything, do you? The Order of the Gauntlet.
Well, you did say we was outsiders, right?
You guys look like you're
What was your
outside.
name again?
It's actually a good question. Hold on.
I'm calling you smartass.
Sir Smartass.
No, he's not a knight yet.
Oh, Squire Smartass.
We'll just call him Page. Squire Steve.
Steve.
Speaking of, I miss our NPC already.
Oh,
No. The one I gave a javelin to.
Johnny?
Roberto. bet Roberto would be a good. I'm gonna say that out loud. I bet Roberto would make a damn good knight. He's only 14.
I'll be honest. It doesn't give him a name. Calls him Squire.
Really?
What if that's just his name, Squire?
Maybe his name is Squire.
Parents have high hopes.
His name can be
We're gonna call him Pudge.
Pudge. Pudge it is.
Your name is Pudge?
Sure, yeah. Pudge Fudge.
It's almost like Judge Fudge.
Why does everybody laugh at that?
Let me ask you something. Do you have?
One day I'm going to be Sir Fudge, and it's going to be awesome.
Sir Fudge.
It's a fudge factor.
Darn it.
Only I didn't say fudge.
I'm glad I'm a cleric.
Let's go see this knight.
If I was a bard right now, I'd be going ape shit. Well, and I flip him that gold coin. I go, Pudge. Can you lead us to your to Mr. Flume?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Is it Floon or Flume?
Froom.
Froom?
Froom.
Man.
Look, man, I didn't name that guy.
It's confusing because in water,
Pudge Fudge, yes.
what is it, the
Squire.
dragon heist isn't there like a floon?
Yeah, it's Flume.
Froom.
Yeah. Why would they do that?
Is it the same clubs?
Squire
They cost so much
Pudge
clubs.
Fudge. I'm writing it down.
Pudge Fudge.
Imagine running both of those games at the same time. You're trying to
I'm gonna call him the
names
fat little
down.
fuck. I'm just kidding. I'm
So he leads you down the pretty busy street into what looks to be a tavern. Looking at the sign outside the tavern, you see that the tavern is called.
FREUM.
I shit you not. The tavern is called A Pair of Black Antlers.
The fuck?
sounds racist.
I thought you were going to say Augustus Hall.
You guys aren't in Waterdeep.
Not yet.
A pair of black antlers.
I said that to a deer once.
So
Very nice
when
ears.
you get inside, the squire shows you to a private space off the tavern's common room and closes the door when he leaves. Waiting for you in the room are the broad-shouldered human paladin, the monk Leosin, and many pitchers of dark red wine. You see the magic bird in Leosin's hand. You see the paladin here, his face wears a serious expression, unlike what you would picture most paladins to kind of be probably less serious all the time. He looks like he's more of like a jovial kind of guy. You just kind of get that vibe from him almost immediately that this like stern, very serious part of him seems not normal. He's probably much more fun.
Just like Rock.
Fig,
Yes.
Fig goes over to Crispin and he's like showing him back. You don't think they know what this like creepy chime is?
I just now noticed that you took it off the... That old lady gave you that?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
No.
Did you eat her pie? That way
Oh,
she gave
yeah,
it
he
to
did.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, no.
I request the highest of fives.
I can't give you inspiration.
Damn it!
Although I can.
You can.
I can give you a heroic inspiration again, but you can't have it twice. You can
So you have
opt
to
to give it
give
to someone who doesn't have it.
Ooh. You know what? He ate her pie so good, I will give him the inspiration.
I don't want it. I'll take it, but I don't want it.
So as you guys are kind of standing in this like weird sort of like private chambers, Leosin approaches you guys first. I see that you made it, friends.
Did you get my bird?
I did get it. Kind of smacked me in the head. It was weird. I was mid-sentence. Just right in
Had
the
some
face.
poop hit you in the face.
He kind of like walks away from the paladin a little bit. Like, me and our friend the paladin over here. His name's Froom. He's a good dude, but he's got a lot weighing on his mind right now. And I'm assuming you guys found out some information.
Well, first of all, is that his squire?
Oh yeah, You're
Pudge
talking about
Fudge.
Pudge Fudge. Yeah.
He needs to take a wider stance when he walks. I knocked him over.
That boy's wide enough. He don't need to get
We
any
call it
wider.
fudgy. He hates it. He hates it. Anyway, we're gonna have a lot to discuss. But
Did you get the map? We sent you?
did you send them a map?
Yep. I folded it in the bird. Sent
Oh
it.
yeah, I did. Thank you for. Yes, I got that. Thanks.
I knew it.
That's what we were talking about.
Nice.
A little bit. We're hoping that you guys had some more info.
Good save.
You guys have. You guys are. You know. We're gonna talk more about all
Sure.
the things, but.
Yep.
We're kind of like looking for some help, more specifically. Froome was looking for some help. He wants to make sure that, you know, you guys are up to the task. He kind of wants to get to know you guys a little bit better. And he's saying all this like really quiet underneath, like because there's some really heavy stuff going on. And to be fair, I don't really know you guys that well, but I have seen some of your work. You've delivered on everything that you said you're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
You helped out the town of Greenest. You got the map. You have this new info. All you got to do is just spend a little bit of time with this guy, kind of set his mind at ease that you guys are capable to help out. That's if you even want to help out. It's all into the world kind of stuff, right? That's what we're talking about. If you guys don't want to be a part of that, I understand. You guys can completely walk away and go your own way.
Does he like moonshine?
Maybe. He seems like a pretty happy guy, so I'm sure he likes to have a good time.
Oh yeah, we'll hang out.
Okay.
He's got money, right? He's like,
Yeah, he's doing okay.
all right. Where's he at?
You know, I'll let you guys just kind of meet and introduce. You guys just hang out. He just needs to get to know you a little bit better.
Sure.
Okay.
Hey, Flim.
Motherfucker.
Knew that was coming.
We're supposed to get money for giving this guy information.
Oh yeah, we were supposed to get 175, 250.
I thought I wrote it down, but I didn't.
I'm gonna have an awesome trust fund by the time this campaign's over.
You think?
We're gonna spend it on getting you a new hand.
Oh, great. Mr. Vader,
It's 175 gold per person.
Oh, well, that's not bad.
Nice.
Well, we have much to discuss later. But for now, we drink.
Who says this?
The paladin. His like spirits have lifted a little bit. Come.
Now I say you say drink. What do you mean drink?
We drink.
We're drinking what though?
Everything.
Okay, that doesn't sound as appetizing as what I got to drink.
I'm not sure what exactly is it that you drink.
Oh, well, let me show you. Let me give you a little nip here.
We definitely won't get anything done if you drink your
Well,
stuff.
let's head out into the tap room. We'll have some food. We'll have some drinks. We'll tell stories.
Yeah, we will. Before we go out though, take this little nip. See what you think.
And he kind of takes a little sip of it. Ooh, I rolled an 18 and a 19. He goes, I'm supposed to be impressed.
That was the weak stuff.
Ah,
You coughed?
I like a little, yeah.
Rookie. All right. Well,
I
maybe
like
you're
this
not
guy.
ready.
What was your name, lad?
Brodus.
Brodus.
A lot of people call me Otis though.
Okay. And
It's like I've never even heard anybody call you Otis, Brodus before.
you look
Bob.
shifty.
Don't worry about it.
Your name is Don't
That's
Worry
exactly
About
what to say to a paladin.
Fig. My
Don't
name's
worry about it.
It. Fig. Okay. Listen. Keep your theft to a lowdown in this town.
Don't worry.
Okay.
I feel like we look around
Okay.
and we see like all mounted like fox, squirrels, you know, whatever. Like he's a very good huntsman.
It kind of looks like a hunting lodge.
Yes, it's like you know the two black antlers. You just see big elk antlers hanging on. Like
Listen, I can kind of tell from your profession. You look like a professional.
You don't have to worry.
Just keep it on the lowdown.
Paladin's just
There's a
got
time and a place for all of those things. There's good people in this town.
Thank God.
If you want to take stuff from people, take it from bad people. You'll live a lot longer. Unless you get caught, of course.
Yeah.
And your name?
Fiora.
Fiora. Not common name from around here.
I'm from the, damn it, my brain just fried.
It's probably been a long
The
travel.
West. Yeah, I'm from the west. Yes, I'm a druid. I'm one of the tribes out west.
Interesting. And you are of the order.
Well, yes.
You follow the light.
I follow the light of Lathander.
Torm.
Yeah. I'll bring out my amulet that has.
Ooh. You know, that is nice. Very good craftsmanship. And he kind of pulls out his amulet to Torm.
My father made this at his.
My father made this. It's been handed down generations. I'm the third generation to get to wear this.
I'm the first.
You planning on having any children?
We'll see. We'll see how this adventure goes.
Fair enough. Fair enough. My father always said, "Do it. It's the greatest adventure of your life."
Like the adventure part or making kids?
I like you. You're shifty. I like you. You seem polite, and he has a drinking problem, clearly. You, Orc. What is your name?
I'll kind of like raise my hand.
And did you find him like that? Is he a prisoner?
No, he is no prisoner of ours.
No. So he's a friend.
He is a friend of ours.
He looks strong.
That he is. He is a
just have
savior of
this
children.
He saves children.
He saves the weak.
I like him already.
Yes.
With
Anyone who risks their lives to protect the innocent is good in my book. Don't care what you did before that. Unless it was killing children, then I would have a problem with that. Anyway, you all look capable. You look like you've been through some things.
In the past couple hours, yet alone.
Come, tell me all about it. We'll share some stories.
Would you like a piece of blueberry pie?
You have pie?
Yes.
Listen, they come bearing pie. I love pie. Did you make this yourself?
I cannot lie to you. I did not.
Did you get it from the Landry farm?
Yes.
Oh, the widow Landry. Sweet old lady.
Oh, so you know of her.
Oh, of course I did.
He ate her pie.
I mean, I eat her pie all the time. Anytime that I come out there.
Now, it was a little odd seeing some of the farm hands the way they were.
It's a strange bit of land. We don't quite understand it.
But it don't seem like they're harming anyone.
I've tried to sanctify it. We've even brought out other clerics to cast even more powerful divinations and incantations and
She did not seem too happy about losing her husband.
it was a terrible story. Her husband fell ill many years ago and caught some kind of fever, just disease. He died. He was old. That was probably a kind of scratching his head, maybe 10 winters ago, maybe now. And she was heartbroken. So she tried to bring him back. That was the first time I think she's ever tried to bring a person back before. She brought that damnable cat back I don't know how many times.
It didn't
3.
look like it was too healthy.
It looked like it was on its 13th life.
Looks fine to me.
That cat had 9 lives and just spent them all.
There was a traveler who wandered about her farm in the middle of the night and ran into her husband, who was not sleeping, obviously. Doesn't need to sleep. And I'm sure that the stench was terrible, so she made him sleep outside. And was killed. Again.
Why couldn't she bury him this time?
Something about the head being severed from the body. Plus, they burned the corpse.
That'll do it too.
She woke up in the morning and it was just a head. Probably a terrible thing to wake up to. I would imagine.
I would imagine losing your husband twice
Or more.
or more.
Yeah, both tragic. But she keeps to herself. She brings goods in from time to time, and she doesn't seem to bother anyone. She does make great pie.
I'll give him my slice of pie.
Blueberry pie. You know, I'm not sure where she gets the blueberries. I think she trades for them in town.
I'm over there like, God, I hope so.
God, I hope so.
Anyway, that was your tale then. You ended up at the Landry farm. I'm sure that's probably shocking.
Disconcerting, yes.
So, you have had some dealings now with this cult? And his tone kind of changes. He gets a little bit quieter. How do they operate? Are they secretive or more out in the open?
I don't think they're trying to hide much.
Not really, no.
Yeah, we walked right in. No security, no metal detectors, nothing like that.
No magic detectors.
Yeah, they didn't really care.
Leeson at this point is kind of like wandered off. You're not sure where he went to, but
Not much order to their camp either.
They seem to employ a lot of mercenary types, so we were able to blend in.
makes sense.
Yeah, it's more quantity, not quality kind of folks. They got this guy though, mustache. What a hoot!
There's also this purple lady. Well, she was a purple. She was wearing purple robes. Kind of looked like she was in charge. What was her name? Did we ever get a name?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm trying to find it.
It's
Oh my God, no, it's not.
It's Foon.
Frulum?
Frulum, that sounds right.
What's another
It's too many
like a fruit.
What's that?
Is that any relation to you?
Those are the curse
Frulum?
relics.
No, I don't believe so. Froom's my last name. My first name is Anthar.
We're gonna go with Froom.
Anthar. But you can call me Sir Froom.
Sure. Do you do? Oh, sorry.
Jake?
Huh?
Didn't you get some of Lady Frulum's robes or something at one point?
Oh yeah, he like pulls.
That is purple.
I forgot about that. He just stole it.
This is all doom and gloom right now. We all need drinks. And he kind of gives a snap, and one of the waitresses comes over. She didn't even ask what he wanted. She just brings over 4 bottles of red wine and just sits them down on the table.
I'll instantly try to double fist.
That looks awkward, son.
I'll make it work, and I'll try to like pick both bottles and like put them together.
It's a new.
Do you have any way of helping him out?
What are you talking about? He looks more than capable.
I didn't mean
It's
drinking.
Looks like he's got a hand on it.
It's just spilling down my face.
Now it's my turn for hand jokes.
I thought you were going somewhere else with that.
Assholes. Ruined my whole session last week with hands and finger
just hand
jokes.
stuff.
I didn't forget.
It's good stuff.
I play along like I don't remember shit, but I remember.
Miss-
Sometimes that's test to see what you remember. Which I'm glad you guys remember some stuff because I don't have good notes sometimes.
we take pretty good notes this session.
Yeah, you guys have done really good with it. I appreciate it.
Nerds.
Nerds. You look strong.
Yeah.
Do you like contests?
Yeah.
I know this might seem rude with you only having one arm. Well, one hand.
Okay.
Would you like to arm wrestle?
You
Lefties
are right.
only.
Is this your good arm? Or did you lose the best one?
Even's right-handed? Oh, that's left-handed. I'm left-handed. I fucking am. Yep.
Of course, he's left-handed.
I mean, I'm technically left-handed in real life, so yeah.
So,
sense.
I mean, would you like to arm wrestle?
Yeah, what hand you want?
The only one you have.
When he makes that comment, Crispin's like, I wasn't going to drink, but I will now.
I am going to need to see more drinking happening.
All right. So,
Be pouring some moonshine and like handing it out to other people around the bar. Sell my
Very well.
product.
So, like, as you and him are kind of like squared off, you guys lock hands, and he's like pretty strong. Like his grip on your hand is like it's pretty strong.
so like, are we really close together?
Yeah.
Are you gonna kiss him?
I bring him in.
I mean, are you gonna chop his hand off?
No, I would not do that to a stranger.
Just your stranger.
So, kind of give you a little bit better description of Sir Froome. He's bald. He's got like a long, full beard with it's kind of braided along the mustache parts going down into it. He's wearing a full set of like plate armor, but he's taken off some of the other, like the shoulders and parts of the arm gauntlet, so he has a little bit more mobility. But he's still got like the full chest plate and the leg guards on. And as he was kind of walking around, he makes this almost like thud noise because of how heavy it is. He's got like a long fur cape. Looks like it might belong to a bear or like a yak or something. It's just big and furry along the back of his coat. And he does carry a very large, long sword that he kind of keeps draped on his back, or when he's trying to sit, he kind of props it up next to the table.
He's a Mormont.
Human, right?
Yes. I believe so. Yes. Okay. So he grabs on. So he's drinking with the other one before you guys go. He's just downing the moonshine. He's now done 2 shots of the moonshine.
How's he roll for that one?
The first one burned a lot. The second one, not as much.
Starting to like it, huh?
Oh, yeah, it keeps my insides warm.
Yeah, it does.
I still feel it. It's like right here.
Mm-hmm.
And it hasn't left.
If you want more of that, I know the folks who make it.
Oh,
I'd sell you a good price.
maybe. Yeah, I might be interested. We can talk after I best this orc.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Make a contested strength check. That's better than mine. So even like with your non-primary hand, I would say effortlessly kind of, and he's kind of like, dear Lord, what do you eat?
Berry pie.
I was gonna say berries.
Yeah.
Mushrooms.
All right, again, one more. 2 out of 3.
Nope.
No.
Anti something.
Well, I would ante my hand, but I need both of them.
Ooh.
1 gold.
Ooh. Hmm.
It's a good amount of drinks.
He don't bet for money though.
Yeah, I don't need money.
What does he bet for?
Hands.
Ooh. You know what? Actually, no, we don't bet for hands. I'll play you for your necklace. Your amulet.
No, it's priceless to me.
Well, it's priceless. It's a family heirloom of yours.
Absolutely not.
I'll give you my axe.
Your axe
heir-
means nothing to me.
Your amulet.
This means everything to me.
Okay.
It is the foundation of my
For his left
my
collar.
belief structure.
So it's like you have 2 hands.
I'll play you for your glove.
One of my gauntlets?
Your left-handed gauntlet.
Sure.
I was told by my advisor it'd be a good idea.
Very well. I agree to those terms. He holds out his hand again.
What is he giving up?
Yeah. What would you be losing?
What do you want?
You've already lost so much.
Do we feel like it's getting testy now?
No, it's you can still. It's kind of in jest. He didn't like the fact that you tried to
Take his fair. His,
get him to offer up something that didn't have value to him, or it has more value than anything on this earth. But he seems to have recovered, and it's more of a he just likes the competition.
Okay. What do you want?
What do you have?
Berries, mushrooms, a backpack, a hand axe, a few rocks.
You can bet him a favor.
Oh, that could turn ugly real quick.
I could, yeah.
I'll bet you a favor.
Okay.
I was told by my advisor that's the best option.
You know, I think you need to get you a better advisor.
Someone give him guidance, please.
I'm going to. Well, that's the same thing. It doesn't really matter. I will stand behind him and I will give him guidance.
Okay. Then let us commence.
Okay. Yeah, when I almost said my left hand, my right arm hits the table, you'll see like muscles get a little bigger. I'll cast rage.
It's not a spell, but you can use rage. Yeah.
Flavor. And I'll take a quick sip. Like I'll just lean over the table and tilt the bottle in my mouth.
You need to get you a straw.
Yeah.
And I'll put my hand on the table.
Do you get advantage when raging on strength checks? Is that what it is? Nice.
And yeah, as soon as the start of the match, not bad. 17
Plus D4.
plus a D4. Can't ever tell. It is a 4. So 21. And with the alcohol still in my mouth, I'll spit in his face when I'm slamming his hand
Oh
out.
my god.
I also rolled a 21.
Yes! We go again.
It's like deadlocked. You can see like little beads of sweat pouring down his head. You
Along
don't
with
look like
mine.
well, maybe that now too. You can you don't seem to be as affected by it. This just seems like all right.
There we go.
That's a nat 20.
I rolled in that one.
Oh no.
So 26.
You feel a little bit of tendons or something almost like rupture in this guy's arm as you slam his hand down, and the impact, you're pretty sure you broke a couple fingers.
I win!
He's like, ah!
That one versus that
That's-
20. Jesus.
That's amazing. You are the strongest individual I've ever come across.
You've been an honorable opponent, and I'll kiss his hand and ask for the gauntlet.
And he gives it to you. He gives you the left gauntlet.
I'll slide it on. And then I'll just constantly sit like this with my hand.
You guys spend the next large portion of the evening embellishing in the types of activities that he finds enjoyable. More arm wrestling contests. He eventually tries to arm wrestle almost all of you. Horse riding contests, like races on the outskirts of town. Drinking contests. And just telling stories. Telling stories of things you've encountered in life. Learning a little bit about where you came from. You guys don't give him too many details. Just a little bit of, this is where I'm from. This is, how I got here. And you tell him more about the deeds that happened in Greenest, trying to keep it as more up to speed and current as possible, since that's kind of the point at hand. That's the whole reason for being here. You kind of see his demeanor go from being a little bit standoffish but still jovial to, as the night pours on, you guys drink more and more and more. And he opens up a little bit more. And you can just tell that he has a pretty heavy burden on his shoulders. You're not sure exactly what's going on. He keeps kind of hinting that something bad is getting ready to happen, and they're gonna need help with it. After a long night of drinking, arm wrestling, sparring. Yes, he tries to box a couple of you.
Put them on.
That's where we're going to end tonight's session as you guys head back to a room that he pays for at the end, and you guys will pick up there at next session.
We should totally buy bars.
And that's all we got. It's time to end for the session. So thanks for playing, everybody. Appreciate it. Welcome to El Turtle. Interesting session with boggles and zombies. It's
I
a
got my
good
hand
time.
And you got your hand back.
Kind
I
of,
gotta hand
sure.
it to you. That was awesome.
Thanks everybody else for tuning in. We will be back next week, continuing our Tyranny of Dragons campaign, getting into a little bit more mysteries of the cult, what's going on behind the scenes, and how our heroes are trying to deal with all that. Till then.